Hey besties! I took 5 years, but I'm here. We're doing some trails. I mildly remember where we left off. I remember there's the whole bit about we're gonna have to leave the shrines for later. That's about all I remember though. Also, my throat clogged up apparently. You're gonna have to deal with that, as am I. That's just how it is out here. We're suffering. But yeah, let's get into it. As soon as this game wants to launch, normally it's pretty fast actually. It's usually, oh there it goes. It's usually like GOG that takes a hot second. But for whatever reason, it decided, what if you don't have the game up, actually? What if you don't get that? What if that's like not a thing? Anyway, it's gonna take a second. There it is. Thank God this game is loud. It doesn't seem too bad on stream-ish, but... yeah, let me turn that down on my end. I wish games were like a uniform volume. That's never gonna happen, though. Yeah, I'll take it down just a little bit because, for being just background music, it's still a little... I don't have, like, any way to really gauge it, but it looked like it was pretty loud, so... you know. But yeah, okay, we're doing stopover day. That's right. Right. And this one was, specifically, we had to watch out for... we need to do the event with whoever we want to get the ending for. For the, like, specific period ending. Okay. I mean, I have... like, number one priority is obviously the match with the first game. But... aside from that... I'd like to have Toa as an option, just, like, just to see if I... like, her and Alphen, actually. Because, like, I don't think I'd actually choose them. Maybe Toa. But, like, I want to know if I got far enough to have qualified for it. It'd just be nice to know. How many do I have? 6. So that'd be 3. I gotta go for a million just because, like, I need to see what Baby's event is here. Because, like, it's clearly gonna be very relevant. It's gonna be a thing. Hopefully it is just baby moments and not, like, weird, but... considering it's leading to the paired ending, I don't know how much I trust this game on that. But we'll find out. I could do Sarah because I personally like her a lot, but I don't think I want to have, like, 2 events that are risking, like, weird age gap romance implications. We'll find out if that happens for Milliam, but, like, you know. Then Gaius for sure, though. So yeah, Gaius, Milliam, Toa, Alphen, Fee. Gaius, Milliam, Toa, Alphen, Fee. That's 5. Hey, it's here with the raid! I didn't even realize you're still streaming. Hello, Bessie! How are you doing? Let me give you a shout out. I'm just getting started, so you're on time. Hope I didn't keep you waiting when I took 15 minutes to start stream. I'm normal like that. I was talking about roleplay with friends. And having a good time, so... I kind of figured it was Lobocorp. Oh, Lobocorp trip. Hell yeah. That's worth it. I feel like the last one I want to go for is, like... I'm split between Elisa and Emma. I think I'll go for Elisa. This feels kind of right. Yeah, I'm trying to gauge, like, I see where I am, but as far as... now resistant to all damage? Let's go! I love being resistant to all damage. Okay, so... to the right relative to where Elliot is. So down here. Incorrect. Huh? Okay, yeah, no, the location isn't even accurate at all. And thanks for the reset for 14 months. Let's fucking go. Oh my god, is that your channel? I really need to get text-to-speech on those. I keep thinking, like, that'd be funny. But I always want to, like, find not default voice for that. So it can be a little silly with it, but here I am. Yeah, well, I can start with Toa. Toa, is something wrong? Oh no, it's nothing. I was just thinking about how Berehard... I can't talk. Finally being freed from the Duke's clutches and ended up spaced out. The gnome voice. You got a point. See, the problem with the voices on that site is you do have to, like, export them. I'm not sure if it'd be possible to have that as a stream text-to-speech, but I can check. You know how when you finish something you're really nervous about and all the exhaustion washes over you at once? That's what I'm going through. But don't worry about me. I'll be back on the ship by the time everyone else is. The more she tells me not to worry, the more worried I get. I wonder if she needs to talk to someone. Yeah, maybe, possibly. Mind if I sit with you for a while? It's a really nice breeze here, so I figured it might be a good spot to relax. Okay. Oh, sure, go ahead. Oh, just holding the hat. I had to, like, look at that for a second, like, what's that egg? I don't want to sound pushy here, but, well, if you have something on your mind, Toa, I'm more than willing to listen. Huh? I realize I might not be able to offer any real help, but you've done so much for everyone and me personally, both at Thor's and on the Courageous. That's why I want to do whatever I can for you in return. That's really sweet of you, rean. Thanks. To tell the truth, I'm not really sure if I'm the best fit to be the Courageous' captain anymore. Part of me wishes I declined back when Viscount Arside asked me. Can I ask why? Well, we managed to set Berehard free and have Duke Oliverea arrested, right? But when you think about it, that won't do much to ease the pain for those in Celtic. It won't bring back those that we've lost either. And it's not just that. Think back to when Fiona was taken hostage or what happened with Angie. In the end, I just stood there uselessly waiting for you guys to solve everything. All while having the Courageous at our disposal, too. That's why I can't help but wonder what a more capable captain would have been able to accomplish. Have you been bottling this stuff up all this time? Sorry for unloading on you. I promised myself I'd become a much stronger person, yet here I am fretting over every little thing. I'm really not suited to be your captain at all, am I? Only real captains have a comfort teddy bear on their arm at all times. Phew. Thanks for getting it back for me, but still. Trust me when I say that your worries couldn't be farther from the truth. I can't think of a single person more suited to be our captain than you. But rean... In the end, you're still students. We don't have the kind of experience Prince Alibert and Viscount Arsade do. Pronunciation. There's no way anyone expects you to be able to do what they can. But despite that, you took it upon yourself to accept such a crucial position in Viscount Arsade's place. You're doing everything you can to fulfill that role, even when you're just a student. Seeing you work like that is what's inspired all of us, you know. We wouldn't be the same team without you. That's not true. Huh? I'm certain that everything we've done so far is bringing us one step closer to taking back our school. Accomplishing that will probably be our biggest challenge yet, though. And that's exactly why we need you. Having you alongside us is the greatest motivation we could ever ask for. Of course, we have no intention of letting this be one-sided. We'll be there for you as much as you are for us. There's a cat on my desk, sir. There's a lap right here for you to sit in. You mean it, rean? Yes, sir, you want attention? Boy, you're awfully convincing, huh? You're right. We should be using our worries as a means to better ourselves, shouldn't we? I'm such a dummy for forgetting something as simple as that. Hey, we all have our moments. It won't be long now until we can finally take back Thor's. God. We're gonna go all out and make it a reality, right? Right. Yes, sir, do you want attention right now? Are you getting in my face to get attention right now? That's perfect timing. I mean, I suppose it would be set to give you level 5 if you do all of her events. So you can only get her ending if you go through all that. That makes sense. She is adorable. Hi, Red! Good to see you. There's a cat just staring at me right now from my lap. Are you comfortable there? From this crosswalk. Yeah, I want to take right to go down, and then first left after that. Unless... yeah, we'll just do that for now. Get around to everyone else later. There you are. So, 2 things. 1, she's back in the outfit I paid to get her out of. 2, she's half shoeless. V, what's going on? Why are you sitting here wearing only 1 sock? It's sockless. Not the detail I would have focused on, but... the sole of one of my boots came off while I was walking, and now my foot kinda hurts. So I'm taking a break. Well, after all those boots have been through, can't really blame them for giving up the ghost like that. Is your foot going to be okay? Once I've rested a bit, sure. I'll get the boot fixed up after that. You can just keep walking. Wait. How does she think she's gonna get to that tailor without footwear? Is she just gonna roll down this hill? She's gonna walk, Rean! Like a normal person! Okay, foot's feeling better now. Off we go. Hold up, V. You're not actually planning on walking there with your foot like that, are you? Might as well. I'm used to this kind of stuff anyway. Well, maybe so, but you still shouldn't be walking around on it like that. What if you step on something sharp on the way? Then we worry about it then, Rean. We look out, and then we worry about it if it happens. What do you want me to do then? Hop on 1 foot. Guess I'll be the gallant knight here. I'm glad we made the same joke at nearly the same time. Same brain. I was expecting bridal carry, to be honest, and I'm kind of glad we went with this. Here we go. What's up? Does it start hurting again? I'm fine. It's kind of amazed, really. Don't think anyone else would have offered a piggyback ride in that situation. Huh? Don't worry about it. Into the store we go, my steed. Sorry, but the Pony Express stops here. They're silly. Upon reaching the tailor, Rean asks them to fix up V's shoe for her, and then she's gonna miraculously entirely change outfits. She had another set of shoes apparently on hand. He's more for the practical, yeah. They were told it would be a quick process, so they had a look around the store in the meantime. Yeah, that... okay, wait, no. Why would it switch outfits now? Because if I didn't have her in the DLC outfit, it would have her in her normal outfit here. Which would be weird. Because the shoe's not fixed yet. It's fine. Also, look at those ultra-flat gloves over there. To say nothing of the belts. Oh, hey, they got Strigos here. You're pretty fond of this brand, aren't you? Sure am. Seems like they've only got formal wear here, though. Would have been up for buying some new sneakers if they had any. Sneakers, as they say. I don't see you prancing around in formal wear anyway, to be honest. Custer boots. How to see it is, yeah. How long have you been a fan? Since you were in Zephyr? Yep. The boss bought me a pair for helping out with something. That was the second present he gave me, in fact. Oh? What was the first, then? The name Klausel. That's a present I'll never let go of, either. There's no one else in the world who can give me that, after all. I know how you feel. Dad welcoming me as a proper member of the Chorser family meant the world to me. So yeah, let's keep our appreciation for that close to our hearts. Hearts. My English skills will get there eventually. First language, still not done with it yet. Speaking of things from the past, I was actually reminded of the boss when you were giving me that piggyback ride. Huh? He did the same for me not long after bringing me into Zephyr. Felt like that's what made him feel like he was actually my real dad. And now she's comparing you to her dad. Feels a way, doesn't it? P. There's something else I realized too. You remind me of the boss, but you're not actually him in the end. Just like Class 7 isn't the same family that Zephyr was, even though both are important to me. I'm not the same person I was back then, either. I don't want to sit around and be protected all the time anymore. Yeah, that's right. We're all in this together, Fee. Supporting each other is the obvious way to go. Yep, and I'm gonna use what I learned from my old family to do just that. Thanks, rean. Not at all. That was sweet. It took a little more time before their order was ready, so the two wandered the store for a while longer. Once it was, they saw that Fee's shoes were as good as new. Yeah, about those shoes. Kinda gone now, aren't they? Been replaced already. They really just went all out in the shopping trip there. So yeah. Lisa, guys. Milliam, and Alvin. Okay. Now, Wamstiv... It's indicating that she's in front of the fountain here. I assume that's what that is. And yet... Oh, there we go. Unnoticeable. I was glancing at the minimap too, but it just escaped me. I'm glad Duke Albrea's arrest went as smoothly as it did. Smoothly? I hope Otto can find some peace now. I'm sure he will. Arresting the Duke was never going to give the people of Celtic back what they'd lost, but it's the most we could do for them. And we've got you and Valimar to thank for that. Without the two of you, the Duke might still be in power right now. Is something wrong? No, I'm fine. Don't mind me. She's definitely got something on her mind. You know, we make fun of rean a lot for being, like, really dense. He is, you know, he isn't that bad. He at least picks up on these signals. It's a low standard, but Elisa, if you got something on your mind, there's no need to keep things bottled up. I'm always here if you need someone to talk to. Typical rean. Well, maybe not that typical. You're not usually this sharp. Literally the point I was just making. Okay. But you're right. And now that you bring it up, let me ask you a favor.
I do not understand the question.
Voice acting? I mean, I guess.
I request clarification. You and not my awakener wish to board me?
Ooh. This is gonna be a thing.
That's exactly what I want to do. Would that be possible?
Temporary Shneok says it's voice acted.
I don't want to use you to fight or anything like rean does. I just want to see what it's like inside. Just for a little while, if that's okay.
Oh, like, she alone is gonna board. I thought at first that he was addressing rean and saying you, rean, and not my awakener. At least want to. Okay, that's a little less weird.
Is that not possible or something? You said they were secondary contractors, so I was thinking it wouldn't be a problem, but maybe I had the wrong idea.
You do not. It is entirely possible for secondary contractors to board me.
Really?
However, only my awakener is able to operate me as intended. There is no comprehensible reason for anyone else to desire access to my interior.
Huh? It's okay. I don't need to operate you, honest.
Thanks, Valimar. Can you let her inside, then?
As you wish.
Glad I did this one. Oh, okay.
Oh, what?
No, I was right in the first place.
What?
Valimar, did you really have to pick this position?
While I have more than sufficient room for a human and a familiar to ride in comfort, an extra human does put an unforeseen demand on available space. I am afraid there was not much I could do under the circumstances.
And yet the arm and everything.
Oh,
Like-
you are so lying.
Could have seen them both on, like, one and the other arm of the chair. No.
It's fine. I guess I can make do for a little while. It's kind of weird sitting like this with you, but I guess I am the one who asked for it. I'll live.
Well, if you're alright with it, I'm sure not going to complain, but...
You're not gonna complain.
So this is what Valimar looks like on the inside, huh? It's kind of gloomy, isn't it?
Well, there's not much point in having the front screen on when I'm not actually fighting. I have it up often enough these days, but honestly, it doesn't bother me that much. I can see outside fine when I need to.
Oh, right. It's weird to sit here and think of all the battles you fought with Valimar. When you fought those Alliance Soldats and against Scarlet and Vulcan, you were right where you're sitting now. Even when you fought with Crow.
The fights are always different, but the scenery in here doesn't change much. I'm usually so caught up in the fight that I don't really pay much attention to what it looks like inside here. Celine and Valimar have helped me a lot, though, so I'm getting better at this whole thing, bit by bit.
It's just not fair. We're your classmates and your friends. We're supposed to be fighting alongside each other all the way. But you and Valimar always take on the hardest battles. All we can really do is back you up from the sidelines. And to be honest, it's been on my mind for a while now. It bugs me to feel like we're just not doing enough.
Oh, so that's why you wanted to see what Valimar looked like on the inside?
Solution, just give them all robots. Like, literally that easy.
Yeah. I thought if I could, I'd have a better understanding of what you go through and what it must be like. Looking around, it feels even more isolated than I expected. Lonely, even.
Isn't that interesting, considering his entire character?
Seeing all the things you do from the outside, then seeing what it looks like on the inside, I have to wonder, are you okay with the way things are? Are you okay with putting yourself on the line over and over like this? Shouldering such a huge burden all alone, and even the burden of those lives you weren't able to save?
Lisa, I've never once felt like I was fighting those battles alone. You said it yourself, right? I've got all of you backing me up, either on the ground or on the courageous.
Trails Writer's voice. Yeah, you can choose whoever you want for the ending. We're not pushing any particular pairing or anything.
Sure, you're not inside Valimar with me, but I know you all have my back. That's why I can keep fighting day after day. In that sense, it's not so different from our days at Thor's.
Well...
You don't have to worry about me, Elisa. As long as I know you're all there, and that I can look forward to seeing you again after each operation, I'll fight my hardest, and I'll come home the victor. All I ask is that you keep me in your heart and lend me your aid.
Always, Rean. Just don't go doing anything too reckless in here, okay? You're really important to all of us, but especially to me. So...
Oh?
Elisa.
Interesting. Detected the heartbeat, didn't ya?
What is it, Valimar?
I have detected an abnormal increase in your heart rates. Maintaining optimal health is ideal. I recommend rest and a medical examination.
No, it's okay. We're fine. We're doing great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, never felt better. Thanks for worrying about us, Valimar.
No, you should really get examined. After taking a moment to unfluster themselves, Rean and Elisa disembarked from Valimar. I feel like it would have been easier to unfluster themselves after disembarking. And all while feeling slightly embarrassed and more than a little awkward, they made their way back to Bereahard. Has his bond strengthened? Not quite to level 5. Which reminds me, I didn't really pay attention to the boost to Fee, and I should check that. Yeah, we're gonna need to just like slightly power through that. Anyway. It's good that we were able to put an end to the issue with Eustace's father. But the winds that blow through this nation grow more tempestuous. So I'm here to pray that they might finally calm. At least a little. OBS you're tested? Yeah. Yeah, mine too. I could probably use a little prayer right now. I think I'll join you, actually. So this is kind of a weird request, but while we're here, would you mind teaching me how people pray in Nord? Sure. Shall we move up a little then? Learning about each other's cultures. What are you doing that for? Because you want to spend your lives together? That should do. Praying like this kind of makes me feel like in tune with the wind as well. Why did Slayer not work? Huh? Other stuff worked, I'm pretty sure. So that's weird. Surely I did not just miss it. Will you refresh? Mix it up? Hold on. Heard it on stream. Okay. Oh yeah, it's just, I think the, audio balance with how loud this game is and how low I need to put it, it's, yeah. Hard. I forgot about that. Well, it is the traditional Nord way of prayer, after all. They say that doing so calls forth the voices of the spirits and ideos in order to rid the world of disaster. Of course, how that actually works isn't really explained. I see. It's kind of frustrating to know that all we can really do right now is pray. Rean? Well, this war's brought about so many sacrifices at this point. Whether it be whether it be the innocent victims or the soldiers who fell ill in battle. But in the end, there's nothing we can do to stop that. Celtic's proof of that. That's why I can't help but feel so frustrated at myself. I understand what you mean. I felt the same during my time in Nord. There's simply nothing we can do in the face of such a powerful storm. But that doesn't mean we should stand by idly as we watch the destruction. I know that, but it's just... No person can make their way through life without help. No one can cover every need, every eventuality. But that's okay, because mankind shows its greatest strengths through banding together. Sorry about that, guys. Huh? Those are the words of an old traveling priest who used to visit Nord long ago. In the end, there's only so much we can do alone. However, by accepting this and working together, people can overcome any trial they face. My time with Class 7s led me to believe this is what he meant. Huh. You're not alone, Rean. You have me and the rest of Class 7, not to mention many other comrades with you. Comrades? So let's do what we can to prevent any more tragedies like Celtic from happening. You're always so confident, Gaius. Maybe I should take a few pointers from you. This doesn't change the fact that we've got a tough road ahead of us, though. But knowing I've got all of you by my side makes me confident that we'll pull through. I feel very much the same. Let's walk down that road together, then, and take back our home. Right. Hell yeah. The boys. Comrade Rean, so true! Also not at level 5. Damn. I should also be talking to NPCs. Don't worry about us. Lord Eustace always made it a point to tell us to come here if things ever got dangerous. We can't really hear what goes on outside from here either, so Raby doesn't get Sorry? Your name is... surely Rabby. And not Raby? Although... some really scary stuff happened yesterday. Yes, Raby? But I was here with Annette, so I wasn't scared at all. Oh, hello there. You two have been stopping by rather often as of late. Sister Tatiana, I love Fire Emblem Echoes. Of course, it's always a pleasure to see you, so full of energy. Might I ask how you're faring? We're fine. Yep. That's good to hear. Anyone in here? No. No. Cutscene's giving end of game vibes. Yeah. It was specifically stated at the start of this chapter, hey, if you want to get the special cutscene at the end of the game with the character of your choice, make sure you do their event in this chapter. Which I think every JRPG ever should do if they have shit like that going on, like... Oh, how frightful! First the tanks, then the gunfire and explosions. Why is this happening in Berea of all places? Huh. I don't know. Maybe because it's the, like, home of a noble from one of the 4 great families and is incredibly involved in the war. I get it, though. We sent a number of relief provisions to the people of Celtic. Of course, no amount of material aid can heal the scars in their hearts. I only wish there was more we could do for them. The feeling of finishing JRPG. The feeling of finishing JRPG. Today's mass will be about Saint Veronica, a woman whose unwavering faith shone brightly during the Dark Ages. In fact, her devout prayers were enough to bring forth a miracle which saved many from great tragedy. Let this be a lesson that, through faith, there is nothing for us to fear. I love religion. I know so much about it in the real world. The citizens here look as though they've just awoken from the deepest of slumbers. Very well then. Allow me to teach them the true meaning of love. It's an emotion that lingers deep within all of our hearts after all. He's just like so thoroughly hateable for some reason. Andrea's a bitch. Everyone says we lost the war. Who cares? Daddy can come back home now. He's gonna have to play with me lots to make up for being away for so long. Please. I want to talk to your mother real fast. Child. Maybe I should just... I must admit that it's a relief to know that the Croatian Provincial Army has no need to fight anymore. Lord Eustace even ordered them to stay put at Aurochs Fort, too. Phew. Now there's no need to worry for my husband's safety. Good shit. What's up? Trails game, one of the few games where the church isn't evil. Yeah, right? Actually, now that you mention it. Hey, did you hear the rumor about His Majesty being held captive in Heimdall? See, that's what they're gonna reveal in the new trilogy or whatever it's gonna be. We're like one game deep, right? I could do that. Unrealistic, yeah, right? I mean, the Church of Idios is the Christianity analog, so like, I just think maybe. The Noble Alliance has been keeping all sorts of stuff from us, so I can totally believe it. Man, can you imagine what a scandal that'd be if it turned out to be true? Brother, I don't really care. Welcome. Are you planning on resting today? I can only imagine how exhausted you must be after all that's happened. Allow me to be so bold as to request that you all stay by Lord Eustace's side as much as possible as well. Wow, stay by his side, huh? Almost as it... Well, they were never on good terms. Having to arrest his own father must have hurt him more than he's letting on. Probably want to say it's because the world is much more alive besides MC going on. Yeah, that's true, yeah. Because, like, yeah, if the church is able to be involved in in this kind of way without having to be a major part of the plot, they can afford to have them not be evil. It's like, that's... If you have a more, narrow, I guess, plot centered around the MC, if the church is built up at all, they're evil. Or you're a holy warrior of Jesus Christ. And no one plays that game. That one is going straight for the bargain bin. We'd be honored to, sir. Why can't you understand, Father? All I want to do is join my schoolmates on the Courageous. Which is precisely why I'm opposed. You're the daughter of the daughter of the nobility. The only one. You're a daughter of the nobility. You can't go gallivanting off at a time like this. This is exactly time... I can't... This dialogue particularly? Not working out for me. This is exactly the time to go. Maybe if you weren't so thick-headed, you'd understand that. Need to play Burst Area. You're not wrong. Thick-headed? How dare you use such language towards your own father? Towards? It is 2 words. Church lore is built up in chunks throughout the series. Yeah. But yeah, like, that's what we're, I think, both saying here is that, like, because they're able to do that at all without, you know, they're able to get away with it. Looks like Teresa is busy at the moment. I can try again once I've met up with the rest of the gang. Good to know. I definitely will remember to do that. Good day. Sorcerer will be open for business as usual today. Think of this as an opportunity to cast aside your worries and enjoy a fine meal. The battles may have come to an end, but who knows how business will go from here on out. I lost a good friend recently, too. Just got back from paying my respects. Oh, it's you! I think. From Celtic, I think. Are the rumors... The rumors? Are you sure about that? Are the rumors of what happened to Celtic true? If so, I'm not entirely sure if I should be doing business like this after all. Fair enough. Oh, what was back here again? Forget. Is this just the stairway to... Yeah, okay, it's the little top section as you do. I think I forgot to check up here last time I was here. Recent events have been rather unsettling for us all. I just hope my music can help soothe our customers' woes. Good luck, girl. Braver than the Marines. Berea Heart is now under the Imperial Army's jurisdiction, you say? Oh, my Dios, what waking nightmare is this? This simply can't be real. Sound like a little bitch. I heard that Lord Jesus was appointed acting head of the Alberea family after the Duke's arrest. What is the meaning of this? Why was he chosen over Lord Rupus? I was wondering about that, like, other NPCs implying he's out here doing shit. Good for him, but it is strange. I started talking about the North yet? Yes, yeah, we had that whole deal where she fought off a bunch of her old allies on her own. Or like maybe not necessarily, but they were also from the North. Claris, oh my god, I love Madoka Magica. Love their work in that series. Found out you got away. We can play 2-player for real and sustain for Syria. Ooh! Lead with the power as always. Your father deals in jewelry, you say? How magnificent. Perhaps you could introduce us sometime? Of course, he'd like that too, I'm sure. Already engaging in business, little man. Alright. Many of our customers are uneasy after everything that happened yesterday. However, the battle itself is officially ended. So for now, Hotel Esmeralda remains entirely safe for everyone. Please feel free to make yourselves at home. Not doing that right now. Esmeralda will remain open for business despite all that's happened. The Duke's arrest certainly came as a shock, but I'm just relieved that the city itself is no longer in danger. Or is in no danger. It helps to read the dialogue and not just fill it in. Explain about North and why. I mean, she's talked about the fact that she's from the North and, like... yeah, how she, like... eventually decided she needed to get away from it and became a bracer and... you know, later on. Became an instructor and all that. I'm not sure if she has, like, a... I would assume that's what her event in this chapter is about, but I have priorities. The Imperial Army seems to be doing their best to avoid stirring up any trouble, which I appreciate. Master Richmond and Count Gorty have been competing to see who can make the most mira from investment. Count Gorty was winning, until yesterday at least. I'm certain Count Gorty must be flabbergasted at the moment. Think about Northumbria, as it used to be a normal country until... it used to be a normal country a few decades ago until a salt pail appeared and caused a consistent calamity. Yeah, That's just how it goes. Oh! That should be interesting. Regardless, I must schedule our return to Ordis at once. Salt made from the pail is not safe. Duke Alberea has been arrested? Goodness, I'm looking forward to telling everyone back home about this. Or I would be, but I'm far more concerned about the Imperial Army taking control of Kreutzen. Perhaps I should retreat to Ordis while I still can. What's the worst that can happen? Now the country survive on Jaeger ups. We have a number of customers checking out today. Well, I understand why. I think they might be letting their panic get the better of them. Of course, I don't mean to imply that they're cowards. Most definitely not. You should. I just feel they might want to observe the situation a bit more. Alright. Is that this whole area? Yeah. Yeah, literally the entire zone. Okay, we're good. Then... I think I need to go to Station Street? Yeah, because that's where the other two are that I want to check out. But I should probably go back to the Artisan Street. Because I've already been there for an event. Just make sure I get through here and check out all the NPCs. Salt Pale acts like biblical Salt Itachi don't exist as a person anymore. Whoa. There's a very small margin for error when it comes to polishing gems. While my dad lets me work on some of our products now, he's still not too happy with how I handle the finishing touches. He always ends up doing them himself. Ugh, the road to becoming a pro is tough. Alright. Unconcerned about anything else that's going on. Yesterday was a real surprise for us all. Even the nobles. But that's got nothing to do with us, so we'll be focusing on work as usual. I'm curious as to how Brooke's training is coming along too, so that's all the more reason to keep at it. Alright. Anyone upstairs? No. Duh. Can see that pretty clearly. Another little man. What's that, Mort? Are you actually trying to order me around? Not as such. I just believe it would be safer for us to return while we can. You can't expect me to return when my order's just about ready, can you? Such stubbornness. The master truly is a stubborn one. Admittedly, we seem to be in no immediate danger, but I shall remain alert nonetheless. And if a noble died? Kid doesn't, you know, he's got time to turn out okay. And yet... George was absolutely determined to have me do his shopping for him. How cruel. You'd think he'd at least give me enough time to take a couple ladies out for a celebratory ride, but alas... With scenery like this, it'd be the perfect spot for a ride. Peaceful too, given that the flames of war have finally died down. Be that as it may, the province's troubles are far from over. Their lord was taken under arrest, after all. With all the changes around here, things won't be quiet for quite some time. I guess you're right. They can't stay under the Imperial Army's jurisdiction forever, either. It's not like Rufus looks like he'll be back here to take on his father's mantle anytime soon. The people of Croydon aren't the only ones at the crossroads, either. Maybe it's selfish, but I'm still kind of hoping that by the time this war is all over, I'll find my own path, too. I think I'm in the same boat. I have little interest in what's going on in the world around me. If the Duke's learned his lesson, then that's that. If not, well, the same thing will happen to him again eventually. This is how nobles are in the end. Always happened and always will be. So true. What you doing? I feel like if you do that, you're just gonna wipe off everything that's on the board. Man, yesterday took me by surprise. Never expected to run into all those tanks. Oh well, stuff like that's kind of common by now, so there's no point in dwelling on it. Right now I'm worried about whether or not we're gonna lose customers when... Right now I'm more worried about whether or not we're gonna lose customers thanks to whatever went down. There's actually a dessert that goes perfectly with our espresso. Colette's a big fan of them. She claims just one bite can fill you with bliss. Why don't you try it for yourself? Oh! Fruit parfait? That's so true, I am! Hey there, Rean. Oh, hi there, instructor. Are you feeling a little better now? Feeling just fine, thank you very much. Though I might have overdone it a bit against those guys. Still, at least I was able to see you kids off like a good teacher should. No regrets here. Instructor. Ah, come on, don't give me that look. I might be here resting, but you look like you should get some rest yourself. She's always dodged having to tell us much about her past, but she might actually be making an exception this time. That is really tempting. Man. I had a plan and I should stick to it, but... That is tempting. I just finished reading the latest volume of this popular series. Hopefully the next one comes out soon. Would you like to give it a read? I'm sure you'll see right away why it's so popular. Hey, there we go. Yeah, I'll read chapter 12 of the sequel. Why not? How's it going, Rean? Didn't get to hang with her much in one. That is true. Not bad. You're looking cheerful, Colette. I'm packing up, too. Does that mean what I think it means? Yep. It's time for me to jump aboard and help you guys out. Just finishing up sorting everything out right now. Thanks, Colette. We're more than glad to have you helping us out. Thing is, though, I don't exactly see all the sorting out I have to do being done by the time you all take off. It'd be rude to fly off without saying goodbye to everyone, too. Would you mind picking me up next time you stop by Berea Hard? Not at all. Gives me time to meet up with everyone else, too. Okay, so that's 2 people they have to pick up after we leave. We're all facing tough times, as you know. The war is certainly taking its toll. Surely you would be willing to extend the deadline on the final 20,000 mira for me in light of that. Oh, didn't you hear? Kreuzen's no longer a part of the war. I missed the... She's covered up by, like, a little portrait there. This poor noble here has been asking for loan extensions for half a year now. Well, he's better than the ones who use their position to avoid paying it all. I'm not exactly raking the mirror in here myself, but I kind of feel sorry for him. Couldn't hurt to let him off the hook just a bit. It could. Oh, you know what I could do? If I just want to get it for, like, the story. Save scum! Fuck it. I could technically do that for everyone, but I don't want to do all that. That's kind of a lot. And choose, the Alouette Inn. I love safe scumming. Would you mind if I stayed here and rested a bit with you? I'd even be happy to join you for a drink. Or something. Water, I guess. Really? You're gonna be rolling into bars and chatting up the ladies like a pro soon with the way you're going. Just take a seat there. I'll get you a little something fancier than water on me. That is weird cadence for that. I'll get you a little something fancier than water on me. Phew, this hard liquor bites back. Gotta pace myself better. Can't chug them because they're too strong. And 3 sheets to the wind before I know it. It's better than nothing, but I'll take a good beer or cider any day. I'm struggling with this cocktail, personally. Feels like I'll get drunk from it even though there's no alcohol in it. Well, hey, that's just one of the appeals to drinking. I'll make sure to teach you how to savor it once you're old enough. Same way both my superior and my friend did for me back in the day. Was that back when you were a part of the Northern Jaegers? Yep. Granted, they both kicked the bucket a long time ago. Oh, sorry. This operation brought back a lot of memories. Some of them bad, but plenty of good ones, too. Getting by back then was a real struggle. Felt like no matter what we did, nothing ever got any better. You came from Northumbria, didn't you? Seems like life there was a lot more brutal than I could have ever imagined. Would you mind if I asked you just when you decided to join the Corps? Couldn't exactly tell when. Wait. Couldn't tell you exactly when. It felt like as soon as I knew what was going on around me, I had a gun in my hands. Not like there was much else you could do to earn a living around there. They say it was a nice place till the Northumbrian disaster struck around 20 or so years ago. I only go back once every few years now, mainly to pay my respects. I see. It's the kind of place where death would follow you wherever you went, really. And I wasn't any exception to that. I've lost many people who were important to me. One day they were there, the next they were gone. It wasn't until around 6 years ago that Beatrix, well, Colonel Beatrix then, saved me. After that, I cut all my ties and headed down the path to becoming a bracer. You all know the rest after that. I guess we do. I don't even know what to say. I can't imagine leading a life like that. Yes, indeed. You won't find many heroines as tragic as me. But, well, what happened at Oryx Fort made me realize something. Turns out I hadn't completely cut my ties to that place. Crossing blades with old comrades was more painful than I expected. Maybe it's selfish of me to say, but I wish it weren't. Guess this just goes to show that I've still got a long way to go as an instructor. There's still so much I want to teach you so you can make it through all this, but I probably wasn't cut out for the job to begin with, you know? I have to respectfully disagree with you there, instructor. We've learned a lot from you, both individually and as a class. Things that you didn't specifically try to teach us either. We learned this simply through observing your actions. Like what? Take what happened at Oryx Fort. Your actions taught us that fighting for the people and country you love can be painful at times. We saw that in your willingness to cross blades with those you once knew. Showed us what it means to be truly determined. At least, that's what I got out of it. And I'm certain we'll one day have to show you that very same determination. Huh. That's why we'd like you to continue teaching us from here on out. In fact, we need you to. I can't see us taking back Thors without your experience and guidance, let alone getting through to Crow. Wow, look at you, rean. The teacher's become the student. Talk about cliches. I get it, though. If you're that insistent, then I'll make sure you all get the best education possible, as your instructor and as your comrade. Sweet. Anyway, time to erase that from history. That didn't happen. But wouldn't it be cool if it did? Rean will never know. I guess I'll come here first, because I've got, like, the last couple social events on that side. What a peaceful place. It was during our field study, of course, but it's nice to see that that's still the case. It was during our field study, of course. There we go. This peace could be a recent development, though. These past few weeks might not have been so kind. They certainly haven't been kind to Eustace. Still, there's not much we can do now except rest and recover, and we need it. This does seem like a nice enough place to rest, to be honest. Nah, but it's not. I love Residence 1. Master Gorty seems to be in the middle of something at the moment. Not that it has anything to do with me, of course. Perhaps he'll be done by the time I return from shopping. Yeah, we heard about him earlier, didn't we? Having a time. What? You mean to tell me that all my assets have vanished? I'm afraid so, sir. With the Duke arrested, his backing is effectively worthless. It's literally just like cryptocurrency. With him no longer able to guarantee your investments, your own assets were lost as well. No, I won't stand for this. Master Gorty, please compose yourself. Literally just like Bitcoin. Or was like the moon-themed one, Luna, whatever. The one dude on Twitter. Good day. We've received word to let you all pass. I expect Eustace Alvaria should be inside at the moment, too. Right, this is where we go to end this plot. But all the fact that Eustace is there and we can hang out with him, I could probably just go there. Like, regardless. The Alvaria family mansion is currently under our control. I have to say, though, it's rather nerve-wracking for us to be stationed in such a noble-dominated area. There's no need for you to be concerned, of course. Our presence won't alarm the citizens as much as the armored divisions would. Guess I'll wait until I need to progress the plot to go there. Well, this certainly is a surprise. I never expected the master and lady to return on such short notice. It's real. I love laughing in voice acting. It's a relief to know they're well. The children should be able to rest easy now. Oh yeah, the kids are on their own. I remember that. Yay, Mommy and Daddy are back! Now we can talk lots and lots. Yay! Alright. It's just that simple. Father, Mother! Suzanne, thank goodness you're safe. We came as quickly as we could after we heard what happened. Oh, my Dios, thank you for keeping our children safe. Not that bad, parents, son. They did leave them alone for a while, but if they rush right back this fast, that's kind of sweet. Hey, Mommy, I'm so good at dancing now. Like, really good. Hey, Mommy, are you listening? Mommy, listen. Dancing doesn't seem to be the only thing you've gotten better at. Yeah. I'm so glad you're all safe. Come closer, Suzanne. Let me see your face. Someone's got a favorite. That tickles. And you? We left the children here under the impression it'd be the safest place for them. This certainly came as a surprise, to say the least. These are only going to get more dangerous from here on out, but we can take some comfort in knowing they're safe for now. This is sweet. Nice little reunion. Yeah, I knew we were watching over them, right? I feel so much calmer knowing that they're both back home now. And better yet, the children are simply overjoyed. I should be sure to thank them again once I finish up those chores. Wait, isn't that... Yeah, it's gotta be Bridget from the Wind Orchestra. She looks too busy to talk to right now, though. So I should come back once I meet up with everyone else. That's 3 so far. Kitty. Yesterday certainly was a frightening experience. I don't think I've ever seen so many soldiers before. Poor Bootsy still hasn't gotten over it. That was her name. Shh, it's okay now. I'm right here. Bootsy. Don't worry, I'll be making sure that order is maintained here in Breard. Granted, the 4th Division's main focus right now is preparing for the battle at Heimdall, which means a squad like ours will only have so much in the way of equipment. We have enough to do our jobs, though. My squad will be stationed here for the time being. Noble city or not, our job is to ensure the citizens' safety. Leave things here to us. Good. Okay. Yeah, nothing too interesting. Let's go back. And back. I'll always talk to him. I wonder what's going to happen to Celtic now. Sure, Duke Alvaray has been dealt with, but that's not going to heal the sadness in their hearts. And apprehending his own dad isn't exactly going to cheer Eustace up either. Seems pretty down. I wonder if I can do something to cheer him up. Probably. Not now, though. Seeing Breahard taken over by the Reformers certainly isn't something I expected to see within my lifetime. This isn't some sort of strange dream, right? Feels far too surreal. The great Breahard, overtaken by those reformist cretins? Whatever. Cretins. How dare they? How dare they? If only Lord Rufus were here, he would eradicate them for us. Would he? Oh, is Princess Alphen involved in all of this? Official statements claim she was being kept safe in Heimdall. Lord Rufus refuses to make a move despite the peril we face too. I'd hate to make assumptions, but, well, something seems off here. Funny, isn't it? Phew. With yesterday's battle now over, the airships are finally back in operation. Of course, there's still a ton of issues that remain. The Empire's citizens have yet to fully comprehend the situation here in Berea at the moment, for one. Don't forget the recent hijacking that still needs to be addressed. It'll be a while yet before things return to normal. Yeah. Too true. What do we got over here, though, aside from the obvious? Oh dear, it looks like we came at a bad time. What should we do? Oh, I do hope something works out. Yeah, a bad time. What's happened here? I'm so bored. So true. I'm terribly sorry, but I'm afraid I've told you all I know. It's been announced that there is no danger in the city itself, at least, so please don't concern yourselves. Why would they ever have to concern themselves with the world around them? Duke Alvaray has been arrested. How the devil did that happen? I haven't any clue what's been happening here while I've been away. Perhaps I should go and ask Baron Caroline. In times like these, friends are the ones you can count on most. Only true thing you've said all day. Okay, there's someone on the other side. Leave the courageous' maintenance to us. Eustace has always been especially good to me. I can only hope this will allow me to go some way to returning the favor. Oh yeah. Yeah, anyway. If we seem they're about to hold mass over that at the cathedral. I'm thinking of sneaking in some kind of incognito but... something the matter? It's nothing. Just pretend I didn't say anything. Oh, and try to get some rest, Rean. You must be exhausted. She seems like she's got something on her mind. Surely not. Would you mind if I joined you, Your Highness? I feel much more at ease if I at least escorted you to the cathedral. Just as a precaution, of course. Would you, Rean? Thank you so much for your concern. Shall we be off then? Seeing Bereahard's cathedral up close is always breathtaking. You've been to Bereahard before, haven't you? That's right. I have a number of noble acquaintances here, acquaintances. Speaking of which, today's mass seems to have attracted much more than usual. It looks like it's intended as an occasion to mourn the losses suffered by Celtic. Oh. Judging by all the people I saw go in, it'll probably be a fairly large event. So it seems. I plan to attend as well, to offer my prayers to the market manager. But... no, it's nothing. Let's go inside, Rean. No one will ever know. And so Rean and Princess Alphen entered the cathedral to attend the mass currently being held. Of course, they were careful to sit behind the majority of attendees to avoid standing out. However, during the sermon, it doesn't seem that packed. I'm sure you've all heard by now of the terrible tragedy that took place in Celtic recently. In light of this, let us offer up our prayers for the people there. May Ideos be with them all. Rest in peace, Otto. What's going to happen to us from here on out? I can't believe they actually arrested Duke Alvaray. Not to mention the fact that we've been removed from the Noble Alliance's jurisdiction. But why, though? I see no reason to accept the Imperial Army when our own army is still intact. Duke Alvaray certainly hasn't made a muck of things this time. Are these people for real? Aren't we supposed to be mourning for the people of Celtic? There's a time and place for self-pity, and it sure as hell isn't now. Besides, surely Celtic was partly to blame for what happened too, no? I heard all about their belligerent attitude towards Duke Alvaray. And yet he was arrested simply for teaching them a lesson? Disgraceful, I know. The beloved Empire certainly has been on the decline these past couple of years. I can't take much more of this. Just who in the world do you people think you are? Get it, girl? Huh? Who dares to raise their voice during Holy Mass? Wait, I know that face. Princess Alphen? How could you make light of what happened in Celtic? Do you genuinely believe that is none of your concern? That Celtic deserved its fate? Is this how you treat your fellow Erebonians? What he did was a war crime? Yeah, right, like, Don't you realize that by putting aside such social labels, this tragedy could have been prevented? Your Highness. But maybe I'm not one to talk. I may have shared the same sentiments as you all had when I may have shared the same sentiments as you all had I continued to live my cozy life in Heimdall. I would have done little other than pity them without making an attempt to truly understand the gravity of the matter. In the end, it would have been just another event on the long list of things to eventually forget. But please, I beg of you, please realize that whether they were a noble or a commoner, every life matters. The people who suffered in Keldic, who lost their lives because of this war, are no less important than any of us. Each and every one of them lived a life of their own and had a future ahead of them until it was ripped away. Your Highness. Down to not combat his own territory is almost treason. Yeah, right? Your Highness. Rean? So please, I ask anyone in disagreement with the Duke's arrest to go see Keldic for themselves. If that's not enough to convince you his arrest was the right thing to do, then by all means bring your complaints to me. I swear in the Arner household that I will listen to every single one of you in earnest. Get it, girl! She's cool when she's not being vaguely incestuous. After Princess Elfin's speech, they left the cathedral that had turned deathly quiet. From there, Rena escorted her back to the airport. The entire way she struggled to hold back her tears. Thank you, Rean. I've gotten a hold of myself now. Oh, how embarrassing is it to act out like that during a holy mass. I'm sure my brother would have been able to handle that situation much better. Prince Oliver would have handled that in his own way, sure. That doesn't make your own actions any less worthy of respect, however. You don't think it was too much? As annoying as he can be, Albert helps with that. That's true. I mean it when I say that speech hit very close to home. That's why I'm sure some of the nobles there must have been impacted the same way. If anything, I'd say you made me feel more proud to be a member of the Empire than ever before. Did I? I'm sure when this war comes to an end, your words will be able to reach even more people too. Until then, all we can do is keep fighting. Thank you, Rean. Hearing you say that is such a relief. Happy to help, Your Highness. Let's just focus on doing what we can for now, okay? Please don't forget that we're all here to support you. Thank you. After Rean escorted Princess Elfin to the Courageous, he headed back to town. Okay. Okay, I've already been over that way, but I haven't talked to any NPCs in the area. Yeah, so I'd want to go... Yesterday was truly something else. Both myself and my husband are terrified. We never expected that Duke Alberea would be arrested either. What does this mean for Bereahard? Hello. Terrifying indeed. Seeing so many tanks and armored cars in town almost made my heart stop. Why must we get swept up in all of this when it's a man's job to deal with war? Girl. I'm so fraught with worry I can hardly focus on anything. It seems like we'll be returning home in a timely manner today. What a relief. I was rather worried when she mentioned she was going out. These are dangerous times, after all. Love her, like, dated-ass mindset, even, like, for this universe. Like, where did that come from? I still can't believe all of this is really happening. First we were told that the Noble Alliance had the advantage, but then Bereahard was pulled into the war. And now the Imperial Army has stationed their troops here. This is just asking for trouble. Would you prefer not to be defended? So many armored cars sped through town, and then we heard cannon fire and gunshots from the highway. Can't believe this would happen so close to town. Why can't this war just end already? Ah. Hi, Machias. Eustace's recent actions have me thinking. If my father stepped from the path of righteousness, would I be able to do the same thing Eustace did? Would you? I didn't even want to think about it. It couldn't have been easy for him, of course. It'd take a lot of strength to stand up to your own father like this. But I'm sure having our support is helping him make it through. He might not say it, but I think he appreciates us being here. You might be right. Aside from our support helping him, he's so full of himself that he's bound to recover once his ego reinflates itself. And on that note, I have shopping to do. Wouldn't want to show too much compassion, would we, Machias? What could you be here to buy, though? I like that you can go on 2 shopping trips with Machias. Yesterday was absolutely terrifying. We could hear the battle taking place even in here. I don't think we could have asked for a bigger reminder that our country's at war. How about you? Never would have expected the Duke to fall from power. Of course, what he did to Celtic was beyond horrific, so perhaps he had it coming. Perhaps. But our question now is, what'll become of the taxes? That's my main concern. I suppose it would be. There was... I needed to get more... battle scopes. That should do enough. Both my lady and the rest of the household are beside themselves with worry at the moment. The master is still away too, so I should return home early for their sake. Worried about that tax, how corporate, yeah, right. There's still a number of things I wanted to purchase, but alas. Ah, well. Christie's full of Croydon's most recognized stores, so we can't afford to close shop regardless of the circumstances. We have our pride, you know. So this is like the IHOP scale. But I do admit to being unclear on what we should do from here on out. The reason we're Croydon's most recognized Galleria is because we served as nobles, after all. Deal, I guess. I guess this is the one I missed from a while back. Yeah, there we go. I guess I could see if rean is...
Okay, let's give this a try.
If he's got the special recipe.
Wow, people can actually eat this.
I forgot that's his line. Oh, my boy. Well... You know... There you are. Which one do I want? Yeah, Milliam, never pictured you as the bookstore type. What are you looking for? I'm not. I just want a good book for making sweet stuff. After all our hard work, I thought it'd be nice to make a treat for everyone. Breaking news, death in the thousands, so true! Wow, that's really thoughtful of you. I'm sure the others would be thrilled. It's kind of surprising to hear that she thought this up out of the blue, too. Just you wait. You guys are gonna love it. Whatever it is. No promises I won't eat it all up before you get the chance to try it, okay? It might be too delicious to resist. As thoughtful as she's being, I'm kind of nervous about letting her cook on her own. What do you mean? What do you say to letting me be your sous chef on this one? If you want. But I get to order you around, and you can't get in my way or you will suffer the consequences. Deal? You got it. No idea where that confidence is coming from, but now I can make sure she doesn't blow anything up. We should probably start by deciding what we want to make first. Oh, there's no we here, rean. After some deliberation, the two settled on making an apple tart. What could go wrong with an apple tart? They made a quick supply stop in a store in Bereahard and then headed to the Courageous' kitchen, rolled up their sleeves, and got to work. Hiya! Careful, Milliam. Look, this is how you're supposed to hold it, see? Oh, why are you always cramping my style? Cooking's all about heart, and I've got tons of that. Well, you're gonna stab me in the heart if you don't stop brandishing that kitchen knife like a deadly weapon. My arm's going dead. Can I stop whisking this now? Sure, if you don't want it to rise properly in the oven. Come on, stop whining and concentrate. And no tasting until it's done. Fine, fine. Full speed whisking ahead. Great, now we just need to wait for it to cool. Oh, I'm so excited. Is it ready yet? It's been less than a minute. Watching over and supporting Milliam proved to be no small task. Thankfully, the apple tart was successfully completed. She's so talented. Yay, we're finally done! And look how nice it looks. It's really magical what can happen when you don't use salt instead of sugar. Why do you have to ruin the moment by bringing that up? Still, thanks for all the help. You're welcome, it was fun. This idea kind of came out of left field, though. When I think of you, I think of destruction, not creation. Any particular reason you decided to make something for a change? I don't know. I just feel kinda something? Like, it's hard to describe, but I've got this weird tightness in my chest that won't go away. I think it first showed up when I saw what happened to Celtic. It's got me all restless. I always feel like I've got to do something. Doesn't matter what, as long as I do it. Looks great! Now that you got the recipe right. I was hoping the feeling would go away when we caught Duke Alberea, but that didn't happen. If anything, Eustace having to arrest his dad only made things worse. Any idea what I got, Dr. Rean? I know exactly what you've got, and it's not anything unusual. It's called sadness. She doesn't know! Everyone feels it sometimes, but I guess this might be the first time you have. So that's what this is. Neat. I had no idea. I've never felt like this before. Need I remind you can get a paired ending with this character. It's kinda out of character for me, though. Personally, I think this might actually be a good thing. It's a sign that you're growing and maturing. As a person, I mean. Not as an intelligence agent. I'm growing? Sad things happen. It's a fact of life. But it's by overcoming those things and moving past them that we can grow as people. So don't be ashamed of how you're feeling. There's no reason to hide it if you're sad. You matter too much to do that to yourself. You really think so? Okay. I'm still not totally sure how to deal with how I'm feeling right now, but thanks for talking to me about it. Their sad conversation complete. Rean and Milliam put the finished apple tart in the fridge to share with the rest of their friends later. Afterwards, they both left the Courageous and returned to Bereahard. Good kid, though. I heard about what Duke Alberea did to Celtic. It's hardly an action one can condone, in my opinion. I believe most others feel the same. He's probably receiving his just desserts now. Uh-huh. Believe that's it. Like, obviously I've talked to as many people as I can, but other than that, like the NPCs and all that. Made it a point to station the bare minimum of soldiers here so as to not upset the citizens too much. Actually, if you want to help on that front, we'd like you to report any and all happenings to us if possible. I'm sure you'll all have a better grasp of what's happening in town than we will. Yeah, now I've talked to every NPC. Lest. It's locked. Yeah, and you can't actually go out. And now I save over here. And we progress the plot. The size of this place never ceases to amaze me. Both the Duke and Scarlet are being held here, I think. Beautiful.
Damn, this is incredible. It's not as grand as Valflame Palace, but I doubt you'll find many mansions this fancy. The Duke's residence is certainly befitting of his status.
You came after all, Rean.
Yeah, I decided I might as well.
Yeah, I was kinda hesitant to come and visit in case I got in your way, though.
No, it's fine. Everything is largely settled here now. I will leave the rest to you, then.
As you wish. Leave everything to us, and we will strive and make things as comfortable for your father as possible.
You have my thanks.
He's Captain Claire's adjutant, isn't he?
Indeed, and quite a skilled one at that. He and his men will be managing the mansion together while keeping my father in custody, at least until the war comes to an end.
Oh, right.
There's no need to look so glum. He deserves to answer for his crimes much like others. He should be grateful he hasn't been handcuffed and thrown in a cell.
I guess that's one way of looking at it. Oh, yeah, Scarlet's here too, right?
She's currently receiving treatment in the annex. She remains bedridden, but her life is in no real danger, or so I hear.
That's good.
If you'd like to speak with her, you should go and pay her a visit. Meanwhile, I'll be going to my room to get ready for departure. If you need anything at all, feel free to come by and see me.
Thanks, Eustace. Will do.
And there he goes. Free reign.
Wait a sec. Where is his room anyway? I don't know where the annex Scarlet's in is either. I guess I'll have to ask someone.
Incredibly funny detail. He forgot. Thanks, Eustace. I'd like to imagine Eustace getting to his room and realizing, shit. Didn't even tell Rean where to go. Good day to you. Please, leave everything here in our hands. His Grace is confined to the mansion, but he is permitted a degree of freedom within its walls. Rest assured that the tourist S is being treated with care as well. Oh, are you looking for Lord Eustace's room? Please turn to the right here. You'll find it at the very end of the hall on the right wing's 3rd floor. Oh, I see. Thank you very much. That said, His Grace and Lord Eustace have a lot in their minds at the present. Please do try to be quiet while inside the mansion so as to not disturb them needlessly. Of course, I'll be as quiet as I possibly can. I will interrupt your walk path, though. Just be silly with it. My apologies, but His Grace has firmly expressed that he does not want to meet with anyone at the present time. I must ask you to turn back. Of course. Sorry to disturb you. But what if I don't care, though? It's like, why do we care about what he says? I think it'd be better not to try and go in this way. I'd probably just get lost. Is that a problem, though? Does Rean have a reflection? I don't think he does. He has a shadow. Interesting. Oh, hello. Are you looking for Lady Scarlet's room? It's quite far down the corridor on the annex's 1st floor. Thanks. How do I get to the annex, though? My apologies. Turn left here and make your way out into the courtyard. There's a path on the right side of the fountain, which if you follow will... I think I understand where to go now. And it's gonna be a really long walk. Yeah, a little bit. Why not go to Eustace's room? The RMP should be able to take care of the mansion for the time being. Perhaps this is a chance for me to take one of the horses out for a final ride before I leave. Alright. That's all you got. I mean, I could have had a social event with him, but yeah. The way the doors just fly open is always... It's something alright.
I knew it would be you. Did you come to listen to me whine and complain about you?
Also, the posing of characters who are in bed where it's just like, they're totally covered up to their chin, you know? No arms above the covers or anything. They're just... It's perfectly... Not even A pose. I pose, I guess?
I know you didn't want me to save you, but you don't have to hate me for it.
I was just joking. I don't care what happens to me. Whether I live or die or get executed as a terrorist, what happens, happens.
Stop being so flippant about the whole thing.
Nihilism, baby!
But you seem to be a little more cheerful than I was expecting you to be. I'm glad.
That too is nihilism.
Well, it sounds like you're doing alright at least. That's good.
Even the enemy have lives. At least the important ones, yeah.
My only complaint
Yeah.
is that I wasn't allowed to ascend to heaven like I wanted to. But perhaps this is just how it was meant to be.
I wish I could tell you. You said you used to be a sister, right? You mentioned something about training over in Arteria, too.
I did. Though that training was a long time ago. That really takes me back.
So that wasn't a lie? Sorry. It wasn't that I didn't believe you, it's just...
That you didn't believe her.
I'll have you know I grew up in one of the most pious families in the country. Hard as that may be to believe, I was so happy when I was first invited to join the church. I doubt you'd know, but the church is a fairly complex organization with plenty of divisions within it. The part I was invited to join was an organization called the Congregation for the Sacraments. They're a group full of immensely skilled people who take on some unique missions, to put it mildly. It made me happier than you can imagine to be recognized by people like that at such a young age. I didn't have any special abilities of my own, but I left home, trained my hardest, and eventually became a squire.
First learned about them in the sky as the essentially church magic detective and cop and sometimes executioner, but that's super and only for the lowest common Ouroboros' main enemy.
A squire? As in a kind of knight? I thought you said you became a sister. Unless you're saying the church has knights too. Ugh, I'm getting confused now.
Anyone would be in your position. Their image of the church
The girl's better.
begins and ends with priests and mass.
I'll get to Sky eventually.
As it was, my days in Arteria came to an abrupt end, just before I went out on my first mission. I got word of what had happened. I hurried back to Erebonia as fast as I could, but I was too late to do anything.
Lady Scarlet, I think you should get some more rest.
No.
Sorry, I didn't mean to make you strain yourself.
You really are a softie. If you want to hear the rest, you'll have to come back another time. So, if you're interested.
And she's gone.
It's hard to imagine someone going from being a sister to a terrorist, but that's just what happened. I'm still convinced that it would have been a waste for her to have died back there. I'm glad she seems to have calmed down for now. I'll have to come back another time to see how she's doing.
That's it then. Yeah, I've got to go back to the airport. And reboard the Courageous. Should I go back inside? I feel like there's still more to see here in Bereahard. Is there? Why is the line that when... Yeah, there's nothing to see. The outside hasn't been unlocked. Main purpose of the girl sort is hunt down tinkering contain magic artifacts from the Dark Age Horror Razors and guess how dangerous they are, even investigate the Salt Tale in Northumbria. Yeah, it's all connected. Yeah, I suppose I'll head back inside. I can sit and wait for the others to get back. Can still bond after talking to us. Ah, yeah. It's like, it seems to imply that I haven't done something. Like, it's saying, like, hey, there's like a side quest you haven't unlocked. Rather than, I might be able to. Looks like we caught you at just the right time. Were you planning on going inside too? Oh, hello. What's wrong? You seem all flustered. Well, we got a message from the guy still inside the ship. He said that something's happened over in Crossbell. In Crossbell? We saw the city covered by a blue barrier from where Corellia Fortress was, but it's not that, I'm guessing. Believe it or not, something even weirder. We're planning to go and get a closer look at it. Would you mind grabbing everyone else still in town and bringing them back here? We'll be getting everything ready for a lift-off in the meantime. Okay, I'll be back as soon as I can. I'll leave everything here to you. Is there events? Yeah, figured. Bring quickly left to find his classmates. Once everyone was gathered at Bereahard Airport, they boarded the Courageous and promptly took off.
Upper rank you go.
Grade
Here's a bonus
F.
from the academy. Wow, that must have been tough. Keep up the good work.
Yeah, fair enough. God knows what I missed. Students, probably. Course to the northeast is clear. All hands remain vigilant. The ship's approaching maximum cruising speed. We should be getting close to the fortress soon. Please get in touch with the 4th Armored Division and the Railway Military Police. Aye, aye, Captain. Oh my, I think I can see something in the distance. What the? I'm getting some very strange readings here. Time to intervene and rewrite the history of the Crossbell duology.
There seems to be something emitting light in the distance as well.
What in the world is that?
Yggdrasil? Kind of why Graal Sorter exists, also End of Vizier is now happening. Ah.
I don't know.
I'm almost glad I started with this, because, like... It's gonna be wild to see this, like, in context.
That blue barrier that was surrounding the city before is gone.
Like, it's kind of cool to be as clueless as the rest of the cast.
But now there's something even more unbelievable in its place.
An azure tree?
Yeah, it looks like a tree to me too. It's got all those branches coming out of it.
I like that he specifically describes it as azure. Not blue like any normal person.
I don't think trees so vast even exist in legend.
Yggdrasil?
Reality.
I know that doesn't exist in their world, but...
Yeah, there's something completely otherworldly about it.
I love Etrian Odyssey.
Do you know what it is, Celine?
It might. That's true. But, like, the fact that you said, like, I don't think trees that big even exist in mythology, like, Girl, have you heard of the World Tree?
I wish I did. There's nothing like that in any of the clan's legends.
Just what is happening over in Crossbell?
Sarah didn't even play the Crossbell games? Big fan. I really should put those on my wish list to watch out for sales. Then again, they just came out in the US, so I feel like that's gonna be a hot minute. No, it wouldn't hurt, though. He just sells an art. Oh, that's... Wait, you're right! How did I forget about that? Because I was so happy to see it. It's like, I know very little about it. I'm just attached to two specific depictions of Yggdrasil in my funny anime media. Yeah, I'm gonna quickly do that, because I know I'm gonna forget if I don't do it right now. Wishlist them on Steam. Trails from Zero, man. Oh no, I have Trails from Zero wishlisted. Okay, yeah, I did that at the time. Then... Let's see. Get all this done, because if I don't right now... Yeah, they just forgot at the time. Very nice putting pieces of the games together. Yeah, it's really cool, honestly. I'm a big fan. Make sure I got everything. Am I covered? Seem to be. Okay. Alright.
Must be over 2,000 arch tall.
Most boring thing I've ever done on stream.
Oh, never thought I'd come face to face with something that big in my lifetime. Life's just full of surprises.
Is that true, Junpei?
Oh, this is the very essence of beauty. So this is the fruit of the Azure Zero project, a testament to the power of human obsession.
Looks like everything did go according to plan. Not that any other outcome...
Wait, the Azure Zero project? Hold on.
My illustrious lord lending a hand.
I don't know how that took a second to hit when it's that obvious. Interesting.
So that showed up as a result of that phantasmal blaze plan of yours? And you're planning on spawning something like that over here, too?
That we are. What you see before you is a miracle born of human hands, made manifest by the Zero Child.
The what?
The end of the second movement is finally nigh. Let the preparations begin. This story's finale is bound to be one to remember.
Zero escape from it. So true! It's all connected, because that's why it's called Zero Escape. They were working together on, like, both of these series stories at the same time.
Guess it's almost time to wrap things up. Wonder if it'll go how she and Camp...
Under the Zero Child and Zero, so kind of spoiler to that. Yeah, I figured. I'm sure by the time I get through an entire trilogy, I'll have forgotten all of that hinting. The Sky games do seem to be marginally shorter, but...
Excuse us, Lord Rufus.
There are 3 of them. Oh, right, these 2.
Well, if it isn't General Le Guin and Brigadier General Bardius.
Said it was about 2,000 meters, essentially.
I had thought you were still on the Western Front. Might I ask what brings you here?
Do you even need to ask? First Ruhr, now Bereahard. The Eastern Front is collapsing as we speak. I see no reason for us to remain in the West any longer.
I wouldn't go quite that far, General. As long as the West remains well protected, Heimdall will not fall. As for Nortia and the elements which sided with Duke Alberea, they could always abandon their neutrality. The war is still ours for the winning. That hasn't changed.
An impressive analysis.
By the way, would you happen to know anything about that vast tree that sprouted up in Crossbow?
Who does, really?
Is it even a tree to begin with?
I haven't viewed it from up close, but the pictures were like nothing I'd ever seen. It could be completely harmless, but it's likely causing Erebonians in the East no shortage of anxiety just by being there.
I'm like trying to remember what Nortia province covers. Totally blanking. It's a dungeon. Yeah, true.
I quite agree, and that concerns me as well. Still, Duke Cayenne insists its appearance was planned. There should be nothing to fear.
Really now?
I was aware he was affiliating himself with some suspicious society of sorts. Could the two be related?
What happens behind the scenes is of no concern to us, I suppose. We are warriors. We live to fight on the battlefield. So, dear Chief of Staff, who is our next opponent to be?
Getting right down to business, I see. I'd like for the two of you to defend the capital. Your opponents are to be the 3rd and 4th Armored Divisions, who will be advancing upon it within the next few days.
Oh, is that so?
What? So they're risking everything in an attempt to take back Heimdall?
That is interesting.
That is what I predict will happen, yes. I think Craig the Red and One-Eyed Zex will prove to be enough entertainment for the two of you, wouldn't you agree? After all, only the best will do for the two strongest soldiers the Provincial Army has to offer.
Alright, you win. You have my attention. The prospect alone has my blood boiling in anticipation.
I concur. Very well. We shall do as you say. This is sure to be a clash for the ages.
What's the worst that can happen? Oh, these guys. Interesting trio.
I had no idea all this existed right under the palace. Duke Cayenne, can I ask exactly where we're going?
Is this the first time he's been voice acted?
There is no need to look so concerned, Your Highness. The place we are traveling to is to the center of this city. No, this country. And a place that governs a great power.
Oh, I know he was in one. I just wasn't sure if he was voice acted there. Interesting. So this is probably... I mean, we know what this is. It's another thing like the shrines. Yeah.
It is where everything both ends and begins.
I mean, not like just another one of them, but like, you know. It's in that same zone and also more important.
I'm not sure I understand what you mean.
Please, be careful of your footing. If you were to fall off the platform, you most assuredly would go splat and die.
Thanks, Altana.
Now, it won't do to frighten him. And I must say, I don't recall doing so ever being part of your duties.
Pardon me. I believe we're almost there.
She's just having fun. Yeah, this looks just a little bit familiar, just on a like just with the materials used, the way it's constructed, just slightly.
I've been waiting for you.
But like more fucked up, you know?
Vita Clotilde? The opera singer?
Oh, buddy, you are way behind.
What are you doing in a place like this?
Greetings, witch. I see that tree emerged successfully.
It certainly did. All that remains now is to continue the preparations here. However, let me remind you that under no circumstance...
If you would, spare me. You've made yourself perfectly clear on occasions past. I am hardly enough of a fool to attempt to defy commands from a witch.
What are the two of you talking about? And why did you bring me here?
Don't worry about it, kid.
Patience, your highness. All will be clear in due time.
You're just fuel for the machine.
Oh my. Could this be it?
And there's the machine. Oh, yeah, they need a pilot, huh? Need an awakener.
What is that thing?
There it is.
What's this feeling?
Again, fuel for the machine.
Marvelous! Marvelous! This is the legendary demon said to wield 1,000 weapons, the Crimson Calamity, which was sealed away by Saint Sandlot and Drycles 250 years ago, and a fragment of the great power. The Vermilion Testarossa!
Fun! So one of them is just like evil. One of the Divine Knights. Touring Erebonia. I guess it's just like side quests, do as you please. I guess it is Touring Erebonia 4. I assume that's what the other ones were labeled, and I just didn't really read. Magic, yeah.
The Azure Tree? That's the name of the
Magic
bizarre
Knights.
tree that appeared in Crossbell then?
Yeah, I found it out from the guild branch over there. Things still seem to be tense over in their direction. Don't think it'll have any direct effect on Erebonia, though.
Well, I suppose that's good news. Sort of.
Still,
Sort of.
people on this side of the country are understandably feeling uneasy about it.
Yeah, people have enough to worry about without a giant glowing tree sprouting up from out of nowhere.
Anyone would start feeling nervous at the sight of such a thing. At least it should keep Calvert off our backs for a while, right? They're as clueless as we are on what that thing is, and they're not going to risk an attack before they know for sure.
Exactly. In a sense, it's doing the same thing for us the barrier around Crossbell City did before it up and vanished. It's probably the best distraction Erebonia could ask for about now.
Oh, is that what your bracer instincts are telling you?
No, just as anxiety.
It doesn't take a bracer to think that, Eustace.
That really makes sense. Only made sense to me.
True. The situation we're under is plenty chaotic as it is.
All we can do right now is keep doing what we always have, and gather information. I'm sure we can do something to improve the situation here, but we don't know enough to decide what that something is.
I'm with Gaius. Let's just take a deep breath and do the best we can.
That's the best attitude to have right now, too. One thing we could do is keep looking around for other Thor students. We could always use more help, right?
Yeah, I know where at least 3 of them are.
We still need more Zemirian ore, too.
Oh, that's right. And there are still more spirit shrines left to explore as well.
Strangely enough, our best course of action is to simply continue doing what we've always done, albeit with renewed dedication.
That works for me.
Sounds like you've got things covered in the east, which means that all that's left for me is to wish you good luck. Take care of it. Okay, Sarah?
Also, you still need to take a touch out of Zemirian or the duck. Made you take a detour from that, even if you just crudely covered the sword. That yeah.
What else would I do? And you take care of yourself too. We wouldn't want anything to happen to you before you reunite with your dearest Carnelia, now would we?
Yeah. Would you just drop that already? Anyway, keep it up, guys. I'll be in touch.
Oh, there goes all my fun.
Oh, the Duke.
Toval's girlfriend?
It did sound that way.
For further details, please consult a certain famous novel about a certain lovable scamp. Now certainly available in all bookstores.
Poor Toval. Anyway,
Get his
we
ass.
should probably get to work. The best place to start would be checking the latest requests from Prince Oliver.
Missed opportunity from Butler Klaus. 4,000 Mira. Nice. The trouble you helped resolve here in Legram has, shall we say, unresolved itself and continues to worsen. We believe the cause may again lie within Lohengrin Castle. As such, we would ask your class to investigate it and see if you can resolve whatever the problem may be. Please contact us at the Legram Bracer Guild and if you're able to assist us. Gotcha. Hearts in Harmony. Don't know how that was hard to read. From Rosine. Want to hold a concert to show the people of Celtic that all is not lost and help them start to heal. I'm guessing after this, she will, you know, be able to be recruited. Would you be willing to help me, Class 7? I'm hoping for Elliot's in particular. If so, please come meet me in Celtic's chapel. We can figure things out from there. Canyon or Cantian? From Prince Oliver's. Do you remember the scenic views of the Arcs Canyon? The days we spent there, so in love? Wait, wrong letter. Anyway. Rean, my good man, have received word of a dangerous monster on the Oryx Canyon path. Could you be a dear and take care of it for me? And Volcaron on Oryx Canyon Path 3, East area, off the main road. Gotcha.
There's a request from Rosine about Keldic.
Yeah, if we can, I'd love to help her out.
Me too. It's the least we can do after all the market manager did for us.
I'm in agreement. We should try and help her if time permits.
Klaus also has something in mind for us, it would seem. And that being said, I think it'd be best if I were to accompany you for the time being.
I'd like to come along too, especially since we have the spirit shrines to worry about. Of course, Celine will be coming with me. You'll need both of us to get through the shrines after all.
That sounds fine by me. Thanks.
So that's 3 required. In different tasks, but
Let's go.
then also Fee voiced, you know, interest in helping out at Celtic. So we might as well just form our party after that. See this Cornelia in 3rd. Ah! Right, he is involved there, huh? Okay. Book is based on Toval meeting her. Oh, cute. Phew, I think I'm finally on top with all the inquiries coming in. I can't believe how relaxed Vivi looks over there. I think she'd be at least a little stressed right now. I don't think that's a bad thing exactly. She does things at her own pace, but she's never let us down when it counts. Even if she does love screwing around most of the time. Had no idea I was into a book until it happened. Incredible. Oh, what's that? Who loves screwing around? Rean? Oh my! I should have known, you naughty boy. Thanks, Vivi. Vivi! How many times do I have to tell you not to play with this airship's intercom? She must be trying to keep her sister from getting too gloomy. Or maybe she's just screwing with me. 2 birds, 1 stone? This tree thingy sure is crazy. Wonder if Bridget can see it, wherever she is. Hey, speaking of... Isn't that one of the ones we found and, Berea Heart? The Croatian Provincial Army may have withdrawn from the war, but that doesn't mean we can let down our guard just yet. Especially after Rufus barged his way onto our transmission range like we left the front door open. Her name is Einsel, the Grandmaster of the Garlsrider, so Toval sure knows how to pick them. Whoa! Then I'm sure we won't hear a peep. You've proven your piloting skills time and time again at this point. Got nothing but faith in you. Someone knows how to give a compliment. In that case, young Mr. Schwarzer, allow me the pleasure of ferrying you to the remaining spirit shrines apace. Goddamn. Something about that line. The Noble Alliance is really losing momentum here in the east. They're not wiped out just yet, but we should have enough leeway to explore the shrines without too much worry. Did we ever have worry about that? Hopefully, but we don't know for how long. We've really got to get to work. Yep, just stay alert. I know you'll have Laura and Emma with you, but come see me if you need me. You're already in the party, don't worry about it. This your tree thing is pretty nuts, huh? We're picking up ratings from it all over the east side of the country, even in places that are really far from Crossbell. We shouldn't have to worry about it too much. Just stay focused on the shrines for now. Aye, Fee. I do like her, she's fun. Ain't nobody home. Wrong one. There we go. Gotta go to the royal room. I understand Toval's point about that tree's appearance being more of a help than a hindrance to Erebonia, but doesn't it seem far too convenient for it to appear just as the threat of an invasion from Calrad began to loom? Strange as it is, I think it really is just a coincidence. But let's leave Crossbell's problems to Crossbell. We should focus on doing what we can for the people here in Erebonia. That tree sprung up out of the blue. Who can say whether it could disappear just as suddenly? You do have a point. I wish you the best of luck with gathering enough Zemirian ore. It may not seem like it now, but doing that is an important step in securing a peaceful future for Erebonia. Just making sure. Nothing too notable there. Then I probably want to go through and do all these, like the next level of each of them. I'll go and talk to everyone first. If that tree's anything to go by, things must be wild over in Crossbelt right now. We're going to have to brace ourselves. Things might even get even worse over here. I guess it's a waste of energy to worry now, but we just have to gather up more crew members in case they do. Yeah. Probably set Berea hard free, but where's Theresia? I mean, she's got to be somewhere in the city, right? But where, man? Where? Working on it. Not actively, technically, I guess. Damn it! I just can't focus. The more I think about Bridget, the more nervous I get. At this rate, I'm gonna be completely useless. They really want to make sure you remember to go get the students from there, huh? Alan's got to clear his mind, but no matter how hard I push him, he just can't. At least he sees what he needs to do, and he's growing as a person, if not a swordsman. And finally... What's this I hear about a request that the Wind Orchestra can help with? I just wish we had all of our members. I'm not sure how much of an orchestra we are when we're missing pieces. Wouldn't pass up the chance to try to help, though. Just let us know. They really want to make sure you know. Hey. There's something you could be doing right now. Now that Father has been dealt with, we shouldn't need to worry about Berea hard for a while, at least. I still need to give some thought as to what ought to be done here after the war, though. Right. This may sound strange coming from me, but don't overthink it. Put it out of your mind and just focus on the task at hand. Don't lose sight of the present by focusing too much on the past or on the future. I know. I don't need you to tell me that. Having Father arrested is a burden off my shoulders, if nothing else. Now all we can do is keep moving ahead. I'll say no more then. Seeing you all quiet and contemplative like this is just strange. Spare me your cheek. Well, looks like Eustace is gonna be just fine. Machius is right, though. We have to focus on the present. We have to focus on all the students. I managed to tune into Radio Trissa earlier, just for a little bit. They're broadcasting some news program that replaced Opentime, and the sound quality was abysmal, but you know what? They actually talked about the Courageous. Are you serious? With Trissa under Alliance control, I'd have thought the station would be too. Guess they're trying to get little bits of real news out every so often, even with whatever restrictions are on them. Yeah, I guess they're not rolling over and becoming an Alliance mouthpiece just because they lost Misty. This is no time to get all depressed. Need to exhibit the same sort of fortitude they are and help people. The boys. The azure tree's scary, but there's really nothing we can do about it right now. We've got our own problems to take care of right now. Though I'd like to keep helping out Celtic however I can, too. The violent winds over eastern Erebonia are beginning to calm, but it feels as though it's just a momentary peace before a greater storm. What can we do in the face of that storm? I guess I'll have to figure that out before it's upon us. We can grind like hell. I think I'm level 200 or some shit. You seem to be doing a great job of running this shop, especially without any prior experience in running one. I was glad to hear your home over in the west seems to be alright too. I've got every reason to think so anyway. Seems to have been lucky enough to avoid getting caught up in the war. No guarantees it'll stay that way, so I still worry sometimes. But I can handle it. I'm still concerned about my hometown too, so I know how you feel. So, now that we're here, we need to focus on our work. Wouldn't want to be the weak link in the chain, you know. I want my family to be proud of what I've accomplished during the war, and I'm sure you feel the same. Definitely. Good kids. Next up. Life for people in the Croydon province should begin to improve now that it's been removed from the war. I'm a pale imitation of my father, but I hope that I did him proud. I don't intend to hang up my sword yet, though. I still want to join you as you explore the remaining spirit shrines. With Bereahard freshly liberated, you can feel how the war situation has changed over the past few weeks. Obviously, a big part of that is due to all the amazing stuff you've done with your class. Plus, it might have helped a little, too. I suppose I'll just need to keep on doing what I'm doing. Speaking of... Thank you very much! This looks delicious. I've read that already, and yet here I am. It'd be funny if she had the special recipe.
I could certainly use the practice. That came out rather well.
Probably for the best that I got the perfect one first, so I don't have to come back up here. Wait, no, this is... No, the shop is on the next floor down. Oh, shit. Cheers to everything, you lot. Still not change what happened to Celtic, but Otto should be able to rest in peace now. Now we just need to focus on doing anything we can from here on out, too. Right. Enough sentimentality for a lifetime. Like it's back in action starting now. What curios do you have? Stew. Would anyone like some stew? Stew. I feel like Elliot would make good stew.
I hope this turns out okay. Oh, this looks pretty nice.
Mellow stew. As you do. Let me congratulate you on your incredible work over at Orc Sport. Truly masterful stuff. Becky isn't over what happened, obviously, but she's trying to act like it. I suppose it's a good sign she still has the energy. Still, with Bereahard liberated, you know the Alliance will be doubling down to make sure they don't lose anywhere else. Meanwhile, I'm sweating over what might be going on at our head branch in Heimdall, but I'll just have to believe in Bills. It's the most logical thing to do, and in times like these, keeping your head screwed on straight is a must. True, true. Yeah, alright. I do want to... So I'm still missing a recipe, unless I just forgot to, like, unlock one of the ones I have. So I'm gonna see. Well, there's that, at least. And now I'm out of money. What can I sell? Weapons, I suppose. Fuck this shit. It doesn't matter. I need to prepare. It was nice keeping everything just for funsies, but like... I gotta break the piggy bank, I think, for the end of the game. It do feel bad. But that was a lot of money just sitting around. Alright, how about now? No. Guess I might as well check. Yeah, okay. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... Missing 7. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so only missing the one chapter of the first book, which we cannot get after the fact. So, that sucks, but whatever. Try another time. See if that does it. Because she should have it by now, I would imagine. Oh well, okay. Doesn't want to give it to me, so... Still no one in here. Play some games. That tree thingy's looking pretty nuts. It should keep the Republic busy for a while, but that doesn't mean all of our problems are solved. Even with Calvert out of the picture, it feels like this war is just about ready to hit its peak. Let's try to ignore that for now and find ourselves some Zemirian ore. So true. I mean...
Let the battle begin.
Already have some prime targets based on what I noticed earlier. Still not being at level 5 with a lot of the characters. I went for the social events earlier. For funsies? Hey! Nice. I might be fucked if she has a mirror, though. Well, I guess I could just... We'll find out. Yeah, we'll save one and then... Alright, alright. Then...
Guess we'd better draw again.
Uh-huh.
I'm first.
Thanks.
Guess we'd better draw again.
Again? Okay.
Oh, guess I lost.
Not how I expected that to go, but sure. And then... who else? Just to double make sure. So yeah, Milliam I wasn't at 5. Gaius I wasn't at 5. Yeah, basically no one except for the... You know, except for, Princess Alphen and, Toa. Way to take the wind out of your sails. Yeah. I guess it worked, you know?
It's time to duel.
Okay, this hand kind of...
Come on, draw a card.
Yeah, it sucks.
You're up first, I guess.
Not the worst. I've got, you know, a good amount of higher value cards, but... Only having Mirror and a heal is kind of...
Come on, draw another one. Come on, draw another one. You're up first, I guess.
Uh-huh. I got rid of the 2, so there's that. When to steal.
Whoosh.
Incredible. Are you? I'm in kind of a bad position. Use a bolt real fast.
I wanted to win.
Slammy cheating. Feels a little bit like it. Wait, if she holds a grudge.
Let's get started.
And once more. Okay, cool. I mean, a couple bolts isn't too bad. This is a shit starting hand, though, for, like, starting pulls, I guess. You know... This would be funny.
Now you've done it.
Okay. How about this?
Same score, huh? Wanna read? Guess I'm going first.
That's a bit... That's a bit better. Alright. This is a weird round. I don't think so.
Now you've done it.
Imagine if she had another force.
I won.
Alright. That all happened.
Shall we begin?
This looks a little better. Alright.
You should go first. Huh. Guess we need to redraw.
Guess we need to
You should go
redraw.
first.
Do one last one.
Time to pull out a force.
And then we do a little bolt.
Well done. I hate to do this, but...
Do you? Let me take one of those. Ooh, that sucks. I helped them. May the wind guide us. It's really not so far.
Well played. I lost, but I had a lot of fun.
Good shit. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4. I can get 6, I think. Sure, Sarah.
Okay, let's get this thing going.
I feel like I never have, like, played against her, so, like, why not?
Go on, draw a card. After you, my dear.
Not the greatest hand, though. Especially when this is happening.
Looks like we need to draw again.
Didn't entirely intend to do that, but, my brain.
Time to power up.
Mildly concerning.
I'll so get you for that.
I guess that's decent. I'm like for sure gonna lose, right?
Hate me for this.
Hey, could you maybe right most? Right most? Yeah.
Lightning.
That's it.
Look at me go.
Fair enough. And then I'll do Emma.
Promise you'll go easy on me?
No.
Draw? And the first move is all yours, Rean.
This one's gonna be a little weird. Yeah, I don't like this already. Let's this is a funny move. Let's do it.
Oh no! This could be trouble. I'm going to use a bolt card.
There's just something about that interaction. That works out though.
Oh, we have the same score. And the first move is all yours, Rean.
All right.
I'm going to use a bolt card.
I don't like what this is making me do.
Oh, we have the same score. Let's draw again. And the first move is all yours, Rean.
This feels a little better, but now I'm down. Like, she's gonna end after my last turn. Which isn't great. Ever.
Allow me to power up a little.
I guess we had the same idea.
Oh no! This could be trouble.
It really won't be. You're basically guaranteed.
Sorry,
Ah.
I'm gonna have to use a blast card.
Whatever she'll pick. No way.
Oh, we have the same score. Let's draw again.
Yo!
Well, how about that? I win.
I had a chance there. If I won after all that just because she made a bad strategic decision, it would have been cool, but, well, here we are. When we'll be able to go home to Trista? Even liberated Berea now. Surely it can't be much longer before we plan on heading over there. I know how you feel, but it's too risky to right now. Just hang in there a little while longer, Margarita. Must I? This weight is killing me. My desire to be reunited with my Vincent burns hotter by the day. If I have to wait much longer, I fear it will grow too great for me to control. All of a sudden, I feel incredibly motivated to get back to Trista. You don't say. We do need some ingredients. The Crossbell Guild branch is pretty well staffed with high-ranking bracers, but they might have their work cut out for them this time. That Azure Tree looks like it's going to be a dangerous place for even fighters of their caliber. From what I hear, they've got some good connections in the city's law enforcement branch they can count on to help, though. Law enforcement, huh? Yep, over in Crossville they have a police force set up to handle that stuff instead of provincial armies and such. A couple people from the police have made a real name for themselves in the past year and helped the guild out a lot. Uh-huh. Anyway, right now let's let the folks in Crossville worry about themselves. You've got your own work to take care of. I suppose you're right. We still haven't finished our push into the spirit shrines, for one. Those people that you mentioned sound interesting. I'd like the chance to meet them someday. Imagine! Like a S-rank bracer. Arios, the Divine Blade of Winds. Oh! Oh, Cat really wants attention right now. Is your claw stuck? You have claws stuck. You have two whole claws stuck in my sleeve. Hey, but refused the ass. Ah. With all the traveling you're doing, you need to make sure you're getting enough food to keep your strength up. Perhaps you could try one of those energizing cookies Margarita baked the other day. She said they're full of burning love and will make you so vivaciously you can't even sleep at night. I'm good, thanks. I don't know what you put in there to achieve that effect, and I'm pretty sure I don't want to. Yeah. But... This exists? Okay. And also this. Liqueur. Make sure everything's at least above 5. Not paying too much attention to how much I'm buying here. I'm just buying an amount. Would anybody like some stew?
Okay, let's give this a try. Wow, people can actually eat this.
Some stew.
Sure, I'd love to. It looks great if I do say so myself.
It still could be any one of them, technically.
It's Bee's cooking power hour. You can try eating it if you want.
I would love to.
Okay, let's give this a try. Wow, people can
I hope this turns out okay.
Cassius is also a Divine Blade is high of strength for those who practice late leaves. Ah.
Sure, I'd love to. It looks great if I do say so myself.
So probably not then.
I could certainly use the practice.
I feel like this is a Millium thing.
That came out rather well.
Like, just logically. Uh-huh.
I hope this turns out okay.
Perfect pronunciation. Be cute if this is his special recipe.
This is my specialty.
Hey, there it is. No one here sucks at it, but I'll let Rean give it a try.
Okay, let's give this a try.
I do literally have a quartz specifically to fuck this shit up, but... Also, that's the harmonious parfait. It's really, like, that's some good shit right there. Look at those buffs, and for 3 turns, not bad. 5500 HP isn't a ton, but for what you're getting on top of it, it's kind of nice. Also, the perfect version with the 200 EP plus 4000 HP. Obviously, the regular version gives you the 200 EP as well, but like, that all together, plus curing KO. That's some good shit right there. Now that everything in Berea Heart has been resolved, we can finally get back to gathering in Zemirian ore. Although, that tree over in Crossbell isn't exactly putting my mind at ease. Yeah, still that's a ways away. All we can do is focus on things here in Erebonia for now. We have to. That's right, if we gather ore from the rest of the shrines, we should have enough to make Valamar's Tachi. Tachi. I can't imagine the trials are about to get any easier, though. Even if they don't, I'm sure we'll be able to handle them. Especially with you on our side. We're counting on you. Thanks. That Azure tree is pretty weird, but like you said, it's not our problem. So get this fetch quest done before we start worrying about it. She just called it a fetch quest. Okay. Fair enough. That Azure tree... that Azure tree is quite the mind-boggling phenomenon, if I do say so myself. This nation has a richer store of ancient legends than most others on the continent, but none say anything about the tree. I find myself wondering if it has some relation to an artifact or even one of the Septarians. Whatever it is, it's spectacular enough to send my curiosity blazing into overdrive. I simply have to know more. Okay. Have fun with that. I thought I could turn my skillful pen towards an essay about my experiences during the war. Not really working, though. Don't think I've ever had writer's block this bad before. Well, you're not exactly an essayist, right? If stories are your forte, why not stick to what you're good at? It's not like a dry old essay is the only way to tell people about life during a civil war. Now that's an idea. I'll start brainstorming. Maybe I'll even find a way to slip some handsome young men into it. Yeah, that'll really drive the whole original message you were shooting for home. For sure. I'll always consider buying some liquid. There it is. Hurry. Spicy curry. Let's see.
I could certainly use the practice.
Feel like she'd be into spicy food. I don't know.
I'm proud of this one.
There it is. You need more potatoes, though. Need a lot of things. And we continue. Who's bad at this? No one in particular in this party, at least.
Sure, I'd love to. It looks great if I do say so myself.
we just need to return to... Well, have we finished up here yet? Double check that. Yes, yeah. Eon Lan. Nice to, you know, get those empty spaces filled out. I'm glad they at least make sure you have all the recipes, even if you miss them initially. Because that's like a gameplay thing at that point, like not having access to all the tools. So it'd suck. It'd suck if they didn't. If we can get crystals about the same size as the first one from each of the 4 shrines, we'll be in business. And if we can't, good luck with the whole trial part of your ore gathering. Once you finish all of those, it'll be time for me to flex my engineering muscles. Sucks what the game wants you to explore. Yeah, but like, I feel like if they were to have locked away, like, combat tool like that, that's a little overly punishing for not speaking to, random ass NPC without even, like, a name, number 5406. So I'm glad they don't. Feels like Usus could use the upgrades the most. Gaius as well, though. Reinforcing it with the Cimmerian ore allowed even a simple steel blade to gain immense power. This is likely due to the ore amplifying the mana within you. Should you create an armament made solely from high-purity Cimmerian ore, its power would be greater still. Yeah, I'll bet. And with that power comes the ability to protect far more than I ever could before. It's all the motivation I need to bring back more ore. I await you successfully overcoming the Spirit Shrine trials. Okay. Not much more to say. This piece is almost complete, which means it's time for me to start thinking about my next one. You're sure there's no spare Cimmerian ore for me to work with, right? Cimmerian? Also, this piece is nearly complete. Are you sure? Positive. Just like I was the last 100 times you asked. I see Eustace managed to settle things with his dad. Guess he's got more guts than I give him credit for. Maybe I had him a bit wrong. Not that showing some spine makes up for his terrible cocky attitude. He's still pretty bad. So true, Queen. The Aster Tree's appearance is definitely spooky, but we can't let it stop us from doing what we have to do. We need to recenter our efforts on the Spirit Shrines and gather up all the students that are still waiting out there. And if we're lucky, that'll help soothe the minds of some of the Erebonians who are freaking out about it too. In other words, let's just keep on doing what we do best. And let's go back to town. I get it.
Where do you want to go? Leave it to me.
Okay, so there's 3 students we need to recruit. I can't remember specifically where each and every one of them is. I know one of them was working at the restaurant. Yeah, none of them were here. Wow. Yeah, one of them was in the restaurant, one of them was working at the, who's it? The inn was what I was thinking. I was just thinking because she was, like, bringing up, like, fun little recipes for everyone, you know. Forgot that there's someone over at the restaurant. Like, the actual, literal restaurant. Hello? Oh, it's you. You're the students who were involved with Duke Alberea's arrest, correct? But you realize that all of this is due to your meddling. Could you elaborate for us, perhaps? I'm aware that you're Teresia's father, but is that somehow related? Ever since the Duke's arrest, Teresia has vehemently expressed her desire to join your group on the Courageous. Could never allow that, of course, and so now she's chosen to run away. Might we ask why you're so opposed? Is such a question necessary when you're aware of her noble lineage? Duke Alberea's arrest means we must think long and hard about how to proceed from here on. Are you truly of the opinion that I should allow my daughter to faff about with those who seek to oppose the Alliance? I, guess that makes sense? This certainly is a tense period for the nobles of Bereahard. Talk about stubborn! Excuse me, sir, but I should clarify that our intent isn't to directly oppose the Noble Alliance. Yep, we're just doing what we can to end the war. Say what you will. Your actions will bring the wrath of the Noble Alliance upon you, no matter your intent. Thank you, thank you. Oh, right, yeah, Rex as well, huh? Yeah, because I knew about Bridget, Teresia, and Colette, but I did not remember that Rex is still around. I'm certain Teresia will return soon enough anyway. In the meantime, I don't want any of you getting involved in this, understood? Sorry, but that doesn't seem like a promise we can keep. Should we go search for her? I'm kind of worried, to be honest. She couldn't have gone too far. Maybe we'll find her in town. Well, there's one side quest started. Seems to be the last batch. Yeah, that tracks. Given how things are working out. Yeah, we'll go down to Artisan Street and get Colette. She was upstairs last I recall, saying her goodbyes to everyone, so... Never mind. No, Artisan District Jeweler Shop, right. I was just going where I remembered her working. The jeweler shop was up top. Oh, there she is. I just missed her. Oh, hey, guys! Glad you didn't forget to come back. Yeah, I mentioned if I'd done that. How could I? Are y'all ready to get on board, Colette? Well, about that, I want to do something for the people on the street before I leave. You do? You were working at the inn, right? I remember you saying you got along very well with everyone, too. So what are you planning? Gonna make everyone some sweets or something? I'm thinking about leaving a charm with each of the stores on the street. That's why I came here, in fact. Would you mind waiting until I'm done? We might actually be able to help her out with that. Is there any way we could help? We'll be able to wrap this up much quicker if we split the work up. Oh, good idea. You sure? Awesome. Can I ask you to go collect one of each of the materials I need? It's called a Dryad's Tear. Turner recommended I use it. Oh no. Yeah, that sounds familiar, doesn't it, Rean? It's a material we were asked to look for during our field study here. It's a semi-precious stone made from tree sap. If it's all the same to you guys, I'll be over here repressing that memory. Huh, makes things easier, I guess. You can get them from the Southern Croissant Highway at this time of the year. I like that she doesn't even, like... She's just like, oh yeah, you guys know about it. Cool, anyway. Would you be able to get 4 of them for me? That's more than last time. I'm pretty sure. I'll focus on gathering everything else I need in the meantime. Sure, no problem. This might be our chance to make up for what happened last time. Okay, let's head out. Yeah, when the one noble is like, actually, I'll buy the last one for $5 million. And the last one... Yeah, Noble District 2nd Residential House. Right. Yeah, because she was taking care of the kids. Elliot, Rean! I'm glad we got the chance to meet again. Bridget, so this is where you were. We saw you last time we were here, but it's good to see you're still doing well. My father happens to be friends with the people of this household, and I somehow managed to make it here after escaping from Thor's. I've been working for them as a home tutor ever since. Ah, that makes sense. We must have missed you the last time we were here. Kinda weird to see an upper-class student working and stuff. It's rare to see such spirit within a lady of nobility. Well, I've heard all about your escapades on the Courageous. Not to mention the fact that you arrested Duke Alberia himself. Wait. Well. Yeah, Class 7 doing this shit, making, you know, wars seem like it might end and blah blah blah. We get the point. Trigger finger. Why can't we make the impossible possible? That aside, I've got a favor to ask. Would you be willing to join us, Bridget? I'm sure we could use your help when we take back Thor's. Well, it's probably about time I left now that Lord Hancock and Lady Lorna have returned. But unfortunately, I can't join you all just yet. Any reason why? Well, you see, every single student you bring back has to have a side quest. Well, you see, I actually fled from Thor's with Alan. Then we got split up along the way. Been worrying about him non-stop ever since. Think it'd end up just being a liability if I joined you like this. I doubt that, but I know how you must feel. Guess she wouldn't know they just joined us. Shall we bring him over to see her? No. You're not going out anytime soon, are you? Stay put. There's someone you'd like you to see. Is it who I think it is? You could straight up just be like, hey, he's on the ship. Like, why would she think you're lying? But this is sweet, so. Ring got in contact with Ellen and asked him to come over as quickly as possible. Bridget! Helen, is that really you? Yep, in the flesh. I'm sorry, Bridget. I promised I'd protect you, but wound up making you worry instead. Yeah, it is cute. It makes a lot of sense that someone like her who'd be willing to take up, like, a job while the war is going on like this would be also someone who wouldn't really care as much about the class divide and would have, you know, friends and maybe more with, you know, commoners. It's really sweet, you know? Would be friends with commoners, you know what I mean. Please don't apologize. I'm sure you were just as worried about me as I was about you. I don't know. It's like, it's nice to see, like more so in the reverse, like, oh, this, you know, this person doesn't care about class divide being represented by them having friends and, like, potential romantic interests who are commoners. Also being backed up by them, like, being willing to get down to business with this kind of thing. You know. Also a hint that the class divide isn't as big as we first see it with Patrick. Yeah, like, it really brings to mind that, like, it's something that's kind of propaganda-ish. With, like, the classes being divided at Thor's and all that, where it's, like, revealed that, like, actually, a lot of, like, the smaller people in this whole deal don't really care that much. Like, they aren't as invested in it if they're not, like, you know, 4 great houses level shit, all that, you know? It's interesting. It's like, it's an interesting amount of, like, depth given to it. Where it's like, yeah, this thing exists, but, like, a lot of people are well aware that's, like, whatever, you know? That's nonsense, and they're perfectly willing to, like, you know, either the commoners making friends with nobles and, like, all that, and then, like, vice versa, and the nobles being, like, not, like, super prissy and all that. That's not, you know, perfect word, but, like, you know what I mean. Yeah, and Kenneth too. Kenneth is great, you know? He just wants to fish. He just wants to fish. And it's interesting, too, having a noble family who is centered around fishing. Because, like, you can see how it would work with the, if it were around, like, the business of selling fish. And I think that is, to a degree, their deal. But, like, the fact that, like, they're very focused on, like, actually fishing, like, the manual labor part of it. It's interesting. It feels very, like, new money, I guess. In that it's, like, these people have gotten involved with the big business, like, from the ground level and have earned their way into that society. Although it might not be. Even the fencing club and Ellen and Patrick are arguing how the other club members are targeted. Yeah, like, Patrick is very much the outlier, at least within Thor's. And that might also show a lot about, like, Thor's in particular, like, the fact that they're doing that whole initiative with Class 7. Like, there are people who object to it, but, like, the fact that it was allowed in the first place, even as something that is, like, clearly viewed as, like, very experimental. Like, we saw, Elbert talking about that. It still is, like, indicative of the fact that, like, the students are a lot more open-minded. Like, we usually see them getting along pretty well outside of, like, outliers like Patrick. Like, they all get along for the school festival, and, like, no one else treats Class 7 with such, like, disdain. And even Patrick is, like, for as much as he's like that, he's, like, very clearly a good person in a lot of other ways. And is, like, pretty easily going past that, just, like, practically all on his own. I don't know, it's, like, it's interesting. Knowing that you're safe is all I ever needed after the events at the schoolhouse in Mel's out. Yeah, exactly. Right, like, he despite that he is, like, arguably the most invested in the, class divide as, like, this is something that's normal and should be the case out of all the students. Even he is, like, capable of seeing shit like that happen and being like, oh, that's not important, actually. Yeah, exactly. He saw death in the place. Yeah. Yeah, you saw Class 7 is worth taking seriously, and that, like, all these commoner students are kind of kicking ass. And he's like, this is making me reconsider things. Like, he has a surprising amount of depth as a character for being, like, the conventional, you know, dickhead classmate kind of character in this kind of setting who's like, I'm rich and therefore you all suck. For as little focus as he gets. Thanks, Bridget. I'm glad they finally got to reunite. Their time apart hasn't hurt their relationship at all. They're off in their own little world. Very sweet. I honestly forgot about their whole deal. They're really sweet. That's how much he was really worth in the world and he didn't like it. Yeah, exactly, like... And there was the incident with the attack on the Capitol, right? Where, like, he had come up and, like, was clearly saying, like, oh, shit's going down, and, like, my whole deal, like, it doesn't matter. Like, these guys are off, like, actually doing shit, and I'm here being useless. And that, like, it really seemed like it turned him around. Thank you so much, everyone. I can finally do what I needed to now that I know Alan's safe. Didn't want to be sidelined again. Exactly, right? Like, the fact that he was sidelined like that because people knew, like, this bitch. Like, he's so absorbed in the whole, like, being better than anyone else that he got put in that position and he got to see what he had earned by doing all that. Such a surprisingly interesting character. I don't know. I just think it's cool. Will he be coming with us, Bridget? Indeed. I'm not entirely sure how much use I'll be to you, but I want to do my part in saving Thor's. Let's take it back. Together. To help take it back. It's just gonna be them. I swear I'll never let anything come between us again. Goodness, Alan. Whoa, whoa, time and a place, Tiger! How far does your nightly passion extend, I wonder? It's good to have you both on board. It's a pleasure to join you all. Before I go, though, I'd like to repay the people here for taking me in. Perhaps I'll play one last performance for them. Aww. It sounds like a good idea to me. Yeah, I haven't heard you play in forever. That's great how much the noble students really don't like how and why this war is. Yeah, like, I think it would have been very easy for this game to position Class 7 as the sole, like, revolutionaries here in terms of, like, not caring about the class divide because they were, like, put into a class with each other and forced to, like, work together. And you do see that, like, with Machias and Yusa specifically being, like, that, like, representative of that. But, like, you can tell that, like, the school as a whole is part of this whole, like, younger generation that, like, isn't willing to accept that necessarily. And I think that's, like, a lot more, like, it feels a lot more realistic. Like, you can definitely see, like, and it's not to the point where Class 7 is, like, no, why even bother? All the other students get it anyway. Because you can still see, like, they're driving a lot of this, and, like, the other students are joining in. But the fact that they're so willing to do it, like, it does really show that, like, they're there from the beginning, like, for that kind of change. Become the foundation of the world, one of the first things you hear in Cold Steel on. Yeah! Yeah, like, this story really is very much about that. Like, we see Yus taking over his father's role as, like, the head of the family here. And that may be just, like, temporary for now. But, like... And then also, this game shows that a lot with the replacement of the crew on the Courageous with the students. Where, like, we originally see it with the old guard, and then that gets, like, gradually passed down. Good old coming-of-age stories. And then we also see that with Angelica and her father, like, where she was able to make that impression on him and be like, hey, this is stupid. You know, like, what you're doing is, like, horrible. And actually being able to communicate with him. And show, like, her own perspective as the next generation of, like, that kind of family line. Finding your place. Exactly! Everyone gathered around and enjoyed the soft sound of Bridget's piano. And once she said her farewells, she and Alan boarded the Courageous. It's a very generational story in that sense. Not in the, like, JoJo sense of, like, we see, like, this game focuses on this generation, then the next, and the next, but, like, you see that transition happening. Also, your brother isn't being an idiot, why didn't you do something? Yeah, exactly. Okay. See if I can remember where to go for the next couple quests. Do I have that? Like... Sewers. Thank you. Can I just teleport there? No. Yeah, that's the fun thing about this quest. It's kind of... I do wish it was, like, tracked in the notebook. Like, I'm fine with it being, like, you have to explore the world to find the students, but, like, some level of, like, hey, you started, like, this particular little mini quest line. Here's what you have to do next. that would be really nice for me, personally. Here you are, Teresia. Oh, I wasn't expecting to run into any of you here. I take it my father told you what happened? I couldn't be more pitiful. Oh, and the other one was we needed to go get the, the sap, whatever that was called again. The little jewel. I couldn't be more pitiful. What makes you say that? Got all worked up arguing with him, and then when he wouldn't give me what I wanted, I stormed off in a huff. Dryad here, thank you. Since then, I haven't done a thing but hide out here. didn't even have the courage to leave town, let alone join you. If only Emily were here. Well, we do have Emily aboard the Courageous, so we could bring them back together. But I don't think it'd be right to do that without having Elisa with us for one big happy club reunion. Oh, right. I honestly had forgotten that that was where they were all connected. I'm not sure how, honestly. Yeah, the, lacrosse club. I can hardly believe myself. I'm behaving more like a moody child than a second year at the prestigious academy. Wouldn't it be as bad if I could just disobey father, leave town, and join you on Courageous, but I just can't. If only Emily were here. Emily's on the Courageous. We can just bring her here. And what are we waiting for? Class 7 went back to the Courageous to talk to Emily. Once I told her what was going on with Teresia, she ran to her so fast it was all I could do to keep up. Aww. That's sweet. Teresia? Emily? I'm not dreaming, am I? Nope. Been a while, huh? How have you been? You know full well the answer to that. Been worried sick about you ever since we parted ways. I think they're a little, anyway. Yeah, same here. Not a day went by where I didn't think about you. I think they're a little... I'm so glad you're safe. Emily? Emily and Teresa shared a passionate hug. You know, sports anime already, like, they always have a little bit, just a, like, at least some little hinting of... Anyway. So happy for them. Likewise. Thank you so much for bringing Emily back to me. I can finally rest easy now. Even if I won't be able to join you all. Oh, please, did you really think I'd just up and ditch you? I've heard all about your dad's stance on things. It's one of the reasons I've tagged along, you know? Let's go convince him together. Oh, you're gonna go talk to her dad together to convince him of something that he doesn't want? Boy, doesn't that sound like something. We're gonna make you a proud member of the Courageous no matter what. Pride, huh? Naturally, we'll be helping. I'm sure he'll come around once he realizes just how many people want your support. Truly? Thank you, everyone. Let's go, then. Just like, let's go, having made the decision to convince Bear and Caroline together that everyone went to Sorcier. And so the great debate to determine if Teresa could board the Courageous began. Upon laying eyes on Emily for the first time, the Baron made no effort to hide his discontent towards her. However, the icy tension slowly began to thaw once it became clear that she shared a true bond with Teresia. Hey, okay, two things. First of all, true bond. Second of all, why is this a text summary? Did they run out of time? Was this not high priority? Man, homophobia that we saw the straight couple getting back together, but not these two. I mean, we got the important scene here, but also them expressing the strength of their bond to her father. And like other things, I guess. In the end. Fine, I give in. I'll allow you to board the Courageous. Father? I have no intention of charging my beliefs as a noble... changing my beliefs as a noble anytime soon. However, I'd be a fool to not recognize the bond crafted between both of you. I just keep piling it on. Might I request that you take care of Teresia at my stead, Lady Emily? I'm going through it over here. I'm really going through it. It would be my pleasure. Right, Teresia? Of course. Phew. Glad that more or less got resolved with a happy ending. I really can't thank you all enough for this. I doubt I would have been able to convince Father on my own. You guys even jumped in right at the right times during that discussion, too. We sure didn't see that, huh? But yeah, thanks a lot. It's great to know I'll be able to fight alongside Teresia from now on. Come on. It was all you and Teresia. It was all thanks to your friendship in the end. Friendship, was it? Thank you for the hydrate. I really need it right now. Now we just need to find Ferris. Oh, right. Ferris. Yeah, Elisa and Ferris were... We're moving on. Yep, the party doesn't start until the lacrosse club. The cross club is totally reunited. Alright, if you don't mind, we're going to board the Courageous ahead of you. I'm so happy I can be with you all. Same here. Wow, okay. Gay rights. Where was it was the Arcs Canyon path, I think. Yeah, this looks very familiar, specifically in that context. Not even a year that's such strong bonds were formed indoors. Yeah, right? Would straight people ever? What's going on over here, though? What you doing, Norton? That's it. I knew it started with an N-O-R. Like, not NORAD. Phew, now that was an incredible battle. Managed to get it all on camera, too. Even better is that I don't have to worry about being a war correspondent now that the provincial army's backed out. Means I should be able to interview the Imperial Army from now on. Look forward to it. Greetings. Those of us under Lieutenant Loke's command have been assigned to keep an eye on Berea Hard. We were ordered not to let any civilians pass through here, but I'm sure you all have clearance. You don't want to check? However, you should keep in mind that those at Oryx Ford are still on edge. The Provincial Army doesn't seem to be planning anything at the moment. It's a shame we can't get any closer for a better view, though. Truth be told, this whole mission has me on pins and needles. You know what?
Oh, I could probably fish here.
I could probably fish here. That looks new. Got him.
Not what I had in mind.
Pale salamander. Why did... This is like such a weird little personality detail we only learn through fishing. Is that rean doesn't like salamanders. He doesn't like funny little reptiles. Doesn't like lizards. And he has such bad taste for that. Can't imagine there's anything else, but...
Not what I had in mind.
Definitely only supposed to be halfway through the fish at this point. Big fishing fan. Don't even want to look at the fish entries in the journal.
Not bad.
Anyway. I'm sure I have everything here, right? Because... I guess I could check the journal to figure that out. No, apparently. I guess I'll do that now.
Let's move. Onward.
Okay.
Perhaps ill-advised right there.
Right.
Could have changed my target, maybe?
Let's move.
killing him.
Alright. And we carry on. Suppose I could take a horse.
Let's get going. Yeah.
You.
I welcome all challengers.
These guys are annoying, I remember that much. Because they got insta-kill moves.
Turn to flames. Fire! Now! You're done. It's my turn. Analyze. I'll handle it. Now.
Onward.
Thankfully, they're weak.
Okay. No problem.
And then...
Of course.
You still have a lot of training.
Easy peasy. I believe it was down this way.
Stay on.
This one looks dangerous.
It might have been a bit further down before we took the
Too slow.
path off the way.
Get this over with. Here I go.
That's probably fine. Yeah, we got the... No, we don't have the Zordar.
Okay. Now.
Got a little guy over there. That was an impede right there. And yet,
I wasn't strong enough.
that's probably fine.
Thanks. Thank you very much.
Probably should have just used regular heal arts there.
My turn.
It's probably fine now for a party wipe. Yep. Get him.
Now. Gotcha.
Man.
It's over.
There we go. Listen, Elo, I can't even help it.
You have my thanks.
No problem.
That's how I am.
Sorry. Would you mind?
I've got this.
My turn. Now.
Analyzed.
Okay.
Maybe not, though.
Eliminate.
Don't do that. Well, I wanted to analyze that, actually.
Here I go.
Easy. Enough of a line to get you to minimize started to watch what happens.
Done.
That, yeah, fair.
Look at me go!
I understand completely. I would do the same. And got some crates.
Let's get going.
Nothing interesting, though. Nothing at all.
The advantage is ours. Here I go.
Thankfully, these guys are weak.
Okay. It's my.
Onward.
Oh, the misses, though. Easy peasy.
Absolute victory. I'm so glad.
Never. Yeah, another level 100, though. Pretty nice.
We'll have to fight our way through. My turn.
There we go. There's the one I didn't manage to investigate earlier. Attack dogs, too.
Let's move.
I'm gonna set up an analyze.
Here I go.
And then a detector on this guy.
The enemy's vital.
I haven't been reading any of these descriptions, but you know, sometimes. Sometimes.
Let's move.
you know? Decent amount of damage. Oh, there we go. That's what we're looking for. About to say, pretty sure that should have damaged everyone, but...
It's my turn.
Yes, it did.
Here's our chance.
Here we go. Leave it.
I'll handle it. Target's eliminated.
Now we should be basically fine. Should have everything in the area. Yeah, I was down over here. Right. Okay, nothing interesting there. We can just avoid the funny little mantis. Oh, there's a big guy. What could happen?
Looks dangerous. Be careful.
Here we go.
Let's, well, maybe a little motivate.
All right, let's do this.
Leave it to me.
Without even thinking, I paired up Rean with Fee, which is exactly what I needed to do. So I need to get them to level 5 relatively soon.
Okay. Beginning mission.
Sure, funsies, we're doing that. Sure, we'll take advantage of this. Sure. Artemis is Tears. For free.
My thanks. Leave this to me.
You'll love to see it. What are you... You can be stat downed, technically. Easier to freeze or sleep. Yeah, okay. I'll try it. There we go. Use the rush while we can, with the defense down.
My turn.
Yeah, like, it instantly went away. Thanks to that turn order. You know, sure, we'll take advantage of this critical for a S break. Also, funny how Rean still doesn't have his upgraded S break. Almost as if.
It's my turn.
And then we finally detect her in the sky. Sure, you know what? I'll read this one.
I'll handle it.
Pulsaron. Or Volcaron? Oh, right! This was the actual boss. I forgot about that. A giant turtle fiend that sprays boiling hot lava from its carapace, which can evaporate anything. I literally completely forgot that this was the boss we had to kill here. Very smart.
Leave this to me.
Get this for free, sure. Defense up.
Okay.
She has one turn left. I'm gonna just...
Here I go.
Insight once more.
Here we go.
You know it'd be fun.
Here goes. Overdrive.
For a little silliness. We could... She does still need strength up. Sure. Give her all that. Good old saintly force. And then as you do...
We're finished. Full speed ahead.
It's sad how much better her outfit for this game looks in her 2D art.
Let's move.
Makes you wish. I'll just have him impassion himself. And we can get a little silly with spirit unification if we need to. What should I do? Probably just get her to 120. I don't know why that came into my head. 200 CP so we can finish it off, hopefully? By that point. Incredible. At this one, I probably could just use everyone's S breaks and be fine. Yeah. Not even.
You still have a lot of training to do.
I feel stronger than ever.
Another level 100.
Success.
Another one.
So glad.
Blessed Arrow 2.
Look at me go!
And Milliam's almost there. Rakshasa.
Look, there's a treasure chest.
But what does that do? Rakshasa, which appeared to be a time art. Yeah, special. Attacks and crafts cause speed minus 25% and move minus 25%, 20% chance. Anyone have the equivalent to that, but just like on a worse thing? Not really. As far as who should have it, because it does seem useful. Because debuffs are usually like 20 or 50% chance on bosses. It's probably better than sleep. But she's not really attacking all the time. You, on the other hand... Milliam, we're gonna give you something silly. Please enjoy. And it's special. Does that give her anything funny? No. Shadow Blade. Okay. I guess it wasn't over here. Clearly I didn't remember it as well as I thought I did. Might as well go all the way over here anyway.
Should be going up against that thing?
Yeah, sure, why not? If I can get to it with this goddamn horse.
This one's dangerous. Okay.
Nice opportunity to charge back up.
My turn.
It's my turn. Here's our
Onward.
I'll handle it.
Oh, the miss.
Let's move.
Of course. Now.
Classic.
I'll handle it.
Easy.
It's my. Okay. Now.
Let's move.
We should keep going.
Did it.
In any case,
Let's get going.
we did need to go to Oryx Fort anyway. I think. At the very least, we want to check it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, yep, that's where he was. I thought so. Hey, Class 7. Seems like you've been pretty busy lately. Hey, Rex, I didn't expect to see you here. Well, I heard all about how Duke Albrea had been arrested, so I decided to come with the RMP and head on over here. What, all on your own? Yeah, they brought me a part of the way here, but I had to go the rest myself. They said they couldn't be able to bring me all the way to the fort. Don't go causing trouble now. Kreutz provincial army is temporarily withdrawn from the conflict, but they're still a nasty force to be reckoned with. If you go and upset them, you'll only be putting yourself in danger. Hey, there's no need to try and scare me. I'm not gonna try anything, promise. Besides, this place isn't anywhere near as dangerous as the next place I'm going to. How encouraging. Where would that be? The RMP is planning to send help to the guys fighting out west soon. So I'm gonna tag along and snap loads of photos of the situation over there. Western Erebonia? But the fighting is worse there than it is here. That'll be really dangerous. I can't see Claire or her adjutant allowing you to come with them. Well, they said no when I asked, but I'm still set on going, so I'll have to stow away in the cargo or something. But don't you worry about me. I've found my true calling as a war photographer. I've got nothing to fear. And Fidelio's not around, so I'm gonna try and do what I can without relying on him. Your spirit as a cameraman is certainly admirable. You may have managed to avoid danger up until now, but there's no guarantee that that'll always be the case. My instincts are telling me I should try and stop him. If anyone's gonna be able to change his mind, it's Fidelio. He was always the one keeping Rex in check back when they were in the photography club, so if I ask him... Rex, you should probably rethink that idea of yours. But even if you're not gonna listen to me, I think there's someone else you know very well who will hear you, who you'll hear out. Like who? Wait a sec, you don't mean... Just wait here, I'll go and call him. Run, Rex. Rean contacted the Courageous and explained Rex's plans to Fidelio. With no convincing required, he agreed to meet them at Oryx Fort to persuade Rex not to go. Sorry for taking so long, Rex. Fidelio? So you're okay after all. I certainly am. I'm traveling around on board the Courageous with Class 7 and plenty of other Thor students now. I'm taking photographs of the war from the perspective of a noble student. So in that sense, what I've been doing isn't all that different from what you've been doing. Really? You've been acting as a war photographer too? Rean told me you're planning on going to Western Erebonia. Is that true? You understand just how dangerous that would be, right? Imagine going to Western Erebonia, almost as if that's what's gonna happen in Cold Steel 3. I mean, I have to assume. Of course I understand. I know it'll be dangerous, especially for a kid like me who's only as good as the photographs he takes. So even a chance I won't make it back alive. But I'm a war photographer now. I won't run away at every sign of danger. That's honestly... I mean, he's still reckless and stupid for it, but... For his past hobbies... He's gotten a little better. I didn't realize you were that serious about this. That's some sense of duty. I still think it's too dangerous for a student to be running around there, though. It's weird, but to tell you the truth, I'm really happy to hear you say that. All you ever did back at the club was take pictures of cute girls. I'm moved by how much you've given your future. But I think if you feel you have a duty to photograph this war, that's all the more reason why you should stay in the East. Why is that? The Noble Alliance's tactics had the 3rd and 4th Armored Divisions locked in the eastern side of the country. But thanks to Class 7's efforts, things here are slowly beginning to change. I wouldn't be surprised if the battle to take back the capital came sooner rather than later. And I think that's when our club will finally be able to shine. Even more so if we have the Courageous. Together, we'll be able to capture this war's final moments and share them with citizens all across the country. Yeah, is it actually gonna end, though? We're not just photographers. We're also military academy students. This is something only the two of us can do. And all the while, you would be doing it specifically as students. It's a strength, not a weakness, to know and understand what tasks are best suited to you. We already know the perfect battlefield where you can best use your skills, Rex. And it's right here in Eastern Erebonia. So, would you be willing to help us? We're gonna need you when we take back the academy. Wow, guys. You might help that much, do you? What? Rex? Well, okay. You want me that badly, who am I to say no? Starting today, I'll be serving as a war photographer aboard the Courageous, and he clearly has other plans. Come to think of it, I bet I'll be able to take some incredible shots from the sky. Don't even think about it. Don't even get a line read for that. His reason for coming with us just got a whole lot creepier. Let's let him go to Western Erebonia, actually. We got this... Fuck. We got the sweet broom closet with your name on it, Rexy. You seemed so noble-minded mere moments ago. How naive I was. Is it too late to back out of this? Looks like you're back to your old self, unfortunately. Anyway, let's show Arabonia what our photography club can really do. Sure thing. After some stern warnings of what would happen if anyone were to catch him taking unwanted pictures of the girls, Rex joined Fidelio on board the Courageous. Got there eventually. Hey, anyway, what's going on over here? Aside from a student taking creep shots. I came here to talk business yesterday and ended up getting caught in that battle. I was truly afraid for my life. Who knew that the sound of cannon fire could be so terrifying? Not to mention those soldiers in the ash-colored night. I'm pretty sure everyone really knew that cannon fire could be that terrifying, but I mean, I get what he's saying. That wasn't a sight mere civilians were meant to see. I'm so sorry, Spare. I know I should be working, but... Don't blame yourself. Anyone would be upset after that battle. Just try and get some rest for now, okay? I'll take you back home soon. Thanks. Yeah. You're those devils from the Courageous. How dare you show your faces after what you did here? Did you come to mock us, did you? If not for the orders of Lord Eustace, I would kill you where you stand. Thanks. Good luck. Blasted 4th Armored Division. What they think they are, walking around our city of Berea as if they own the place. They'll pay for this, just you wait. Okay, I'm still kind of in need of Dryad's tier. Be great, I'm pretty sure it was over here. Unless it's different in this game. Maybe I just missed it.
Stay on guard, everyone. That's no ordinary foe.
Cause it's tree sap, obviously. So I need to look at the trees to see if any of them are lighting up. I suppose I probably... I could check out the other areas. Or literally I could just go back and ask again. Not a bad idea. And then... Sure, Gale. Why not?
Ready to keep going, Emma?
Certainly. I'm so glad.
And we continue. I suppose I could just take the Courageous all the way back, but... Should also check over here.
Stay on guard, everyone.
Yeah, no,
That's
no
no
trees.
ordinary foe.
No trees to check. No sap to collect. Is there anything over this way? Well, yes. So I'm glad I went. Don't know how I missed that the last time. Then Artisan Street. Where'd you say again? South Crescent Highway. Well, it was a good mistake to make, honestly. It really did work out well. How about you? Do I have you entered? I'm gonna say probably yes. Yeah, sure. You know what? I'll check. Stop crossing highway. Yeah, I got everything. Barring like a boss fight I got over here for the side quest. Which I doubt. Doesn't seem right for, one of the recruiting students quests. There's one. Found one. Yes, this is definitely a Dryad's tier. This brings back memories, and the search continues. Okay, so I just need to go further down there. Yeah, there's open chests over here, so I've obviously been here before. I do remember vaguely being in the area. It's hard to tell if it's, you know, remembering the first game or the second at this point. Sue, man, it really is pretty. Still baffles how the Count wanted to eat something like this. Oh, that was what happened. That's why they didn't want to remember it. Yeah, there's like the medicinal properties, whatever. Well, if it's yummy as it's pretty, don't even think about it. Not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do this. I wanted to sprint. That's 3. Just 1 more to go. No dialogue after that, though. Just the initial acknowledgement. Yeah, right. We were here pretty early in game, because obviously this is where we went to recruit Eustace in the first place. And that makes 4. Colette should be happy with these. Let's head back to the jewelers and report. And let's not even go that far. Let's just, do it the easy way.
To go. Leave it to me.
Oh hey, did you get enough tears from me? Sure did, here you go. We made some Dryads cry a lot. Rean handed over 4 Dryads' tears. Let's see here. Yep, perfecto. Thanks a ton, I should be able to make some really nice charms with these. Speaking of which, time to get Turner to work his magic. Having gathered the materials needed, Colette had her charms made. And after leaving with the jewelers, she left to hand out the rest. This is really sweet. She's cute for this. There we go. That should be all of them. I'm so glad everyone liked them. Not surprised. They're so well made. It was worth all that effort in the end. Didn't have any old men eating things they shouldn't this time either. Huh. Kinda wish I'd gotten a lick of it after all. None of that, young lady. Young lady. I'm just glad they ended up in the right hands this time. Thanks a bunch, you guys. I even got a bunch of clothes and accessories as party gifts. Aw, she's popular. You can have to hand some of them out to everyone on the Courageous as thanks for letting me come on board. No, you keep them. That's for you. Are you ready to come with us now, then? Yep, can't wait to hang out with you some more. We'll see you on board, Colette. Alright. Now that all the stuff that isn't explicitly written down in my quest notebook is done with, that seems like as good a time as I need to call it good for the night. Got some good stuff done. So, I'll say that's pretty good. Then next time I can do all the more explicit side quests. And have some fun with that. But yeah, thanks for joining me while I did this. It was fun. It's nice making some good progress. And we had some nice conversation about the good writing in the game. Oh, true. Yeah, we're gonna see if there's anyone we can raid. I forget the exact days I put everything on. I believe, yeah, Thursday night, Friday morning, I am doing more Hamtaro. That should probably be the end of Ham Heartbreak, because I'm pretty sure I was like halfway through the game at that point. But we'll see. And then Friday night, have a good night from the world of Stardew. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I will. I'll try. Then Friday night, we're gonna do more trails. On Saturday at some time, we'll figure it out. Me and Seer are gonna be doing some tier lists, probably Idolmaster music mostly, if not entirely. Possibly joined by another friend. I don't know what the status is on that. It was brought up anyway. But in any case, who is up? Who real? Not a lot, actually. Huh. We got a couple people, we do. But less than I'm used to. Alright, I'll take a look, make sure that the person I'm looking at rating is still gonna be going for a minute. Otherwise? Yeah, looks like it. Okay, yeah, she literally just started. Let's go! We gotta do that beginning of stream raid. It's always so nice. And it just feels good. But yeah, like I said, got streams coming up later in the week. Oh, and on Sunday, me, Seer, and Cam, as always, are gonna be doing our collab stream. I'm not sure what we plan on doing, because we were talking about getting, Dragon Mark for Death on Switch to actually be able to, you know, get through the game without technical difficulties. I'm not sure if we want to, like, rerun what we've done so far on stream, or if we want to just, like, do that privately, or what the deal is. We'll figure it out. But yeah, that's all we got planned. I'll see you around. Miku, right at the end of the stream. Good to see you. You're here right in time for a raid. Love you, good to see you. But yeah, I'm gonna get some rest. I'm gonna rest my voice, get some good food, all that good stuff. Yeah, I'll get the raid started in a minute. Have a good time zone, have a good rest if you need it, get sleep, please, if you do. And bye-bye.